booster. See that they don't know what they can't get it right. I'd rather be honest. Just tell the people the truth. Listen, we don't know what we're dealing with. We don't know what we're dealing with. And then you want to really be honest, tell the folk the truth. Everybody on their planet screwed this up. It ain't just the government, the people, because we the people that keep letting the government make the mess.
Yes, sir.
Don't y'all know that people could get the government back in their hand? We can quit this stuff. How many of y'all want to go and kill Iraqis? Swing the camera around. Swing your hand. Swing it. Look, how many of y'all want to kill? How many of y'all want to kill Pakistanis? How many of y'all want to kill Afghanistanis? All these fools that got people, the average person, people don't even know these places on the map. Folks don't know that, but when you ever seen Afghanistan on the TV talking about killing you? When that time you bumped into one on the street and y'all got into it at a red light? All these people that you hate, that you want to fight, white folks, you start this foolishness and got people hating and want to kill each other. You don't even know these people. These people don't know nothing about you. You know why they want to fight you? Because you're in their house. I'll fight you if you came to my house. They ain't gonna say, look at them stupid people. We trying to help them, and then they some here fighting us. Do that make sense? Somebody find somebody trying to help them? And make somebody find somebody that feel like you just the worst of the people that were trying to kill me. You should have stayed where you was. And they liberated Iraq the way they told you. Why the Iraqis trying to get them out of there? Y'all don't know they on the street protest. They want them gone. They want them off their property. Everybody they go to want them gone. We want them out of Africa. They ain't went nowhere. Nobody told them to stay. Nobody want. Japan don't want them. Most of y'all don't know. Japan, we ain't got a neighbor, they want them gone. Y'all didn't know that though, did you? Japan deal with not to get a neighbor. United States gonna defend them. How bad it got to be you ain't got a neighbor? They want y'all out the ain't nowhere that white man been. Nobody. South Korea want him gone. They won't show y'all on the news. They'll tell you he that'll help North Korea. Let me tell you what they done told you. And South Korea tell you, leave North Korea alone. We don't have no problem with them like that. You keep instigating that problem. Because what America do to piss them off, they'll set right on here borderline. So let's do that. That's like you say, man, don't come in my yard. Me and Eric gonna stand coming from side. This your yard right here, Cam. So what we're gonna do, we ain't gonna your yard if I step right here, right? You stand here, me and you just gonna play ball. We're gonna play these explosive balls. This irritating. We ain't in your yard, Cam. He look, why y'all playing right here? If something kick off, it's gonna be a mess. So now when Cam start to kick up and start looking away, I'm gonna start shooting. Now Cam gonna be on the news as a terrorist, an instigator who don't want peace. He's a tyrant. He has his people locked down. They're oppressed. The people can't eat. They can't shop. They can't do nothing. Y'all ever seen North Korea people? Hey, y'all ever seen the citizen? Do you know North Korea citizen got 2 cell phones? You ain't got but 1. Man, y'all don't know about North Korea. All you know what that man showed you. Man, them folks not doing well in North Korea. Them people got 2 phones. You ain't got but 1. And you trying to run them down. Notice, every time you look around, white folks getting locked up over there. Why are white folks over in a place where they man killing his own people? Because those are the lies that they fester to keep you away. Niggas don't know nothing about North Korea. Man, them folks got resorts. They got ski resorts. Y'all didn't know that. Every time he gonna try to show some folks beat up, locked up. That man look at he got to keep an iron fist in their country. Just like they do over here. Because they look at it's always people trying to take over your country and take you out. That's every country. Putin keeps it. Britain keeps it. United States keep it. Why you think they keep security so tight? First time they hear a cold word, they come and kicking your door in. Because they're trying to make sure you don't overtake their government. That's the same thing he doing. Yeah. Pull a video up North Korea talking about killing niggas. Pull up one when he calling them niggas. All the folks pull up Afghanistan calls those niggas. Right. Everybody you hate, every one of these soldiers when they fall, them folks don't have no problem. You know what a lot of American soldiers find out when they went these places? These folks don't have no problem with you. You know they keep trying to find out, why are you with him? Right. When soldiers start to get it and they click the light on for them, they realize something, man, these folks ain't got no problem with us. We call them problem. Y'all never tell these white boys do. These white boys walk off the base. They go kick in these doors on their folk, and they rape their kids. So now when you find the citizen out here shooting soldiers, what's the news story? Afghan citizen, Iraqi citizen kills American soldier. What we say when we see that? Kill them all. They kill American soldiers. You talking about the American, all they looking at this. One of y'all, I remember that uniform, came here and kicked the door in and raped my daughter. So I'm going to kill every one of y'all bastards. When the story comes out, the story will never mention about my door getting kicked in. And it will never mention y'all cut my son's throat. It's not going to mention y'all beat my wife. It's going to show me shooting an American soldier. So the headline around the world is, kill every one of us. Because we killed a soldier or a British soldier. Don't y'all know a UN peacekeeper get more sex than any pimp you got out here? Listen, when the UN y'all ain't seen this stuff before. They got so many charges on the UN peacekeeper. When them boys sit here, that's rape. All that. Who you gonna tell? Let me say that. I'm a UN peacekeeper from Britain, from the US, from France. You are Afghan citizen. If I rape you, what they gonna charge me with? For raping a French citizen? For raping an American citizen? Who they gonna charge? What they gonna charge me with? You're not even part of our country. You're not even a part of the agreement. Do y'all know how much sex these people get? And they show you, and then when they show you these people fighting, throwing at these soldiers, the first story you look at, you never think, what did that soldier do? Who fighting somebody helping them? Your former government was beating you, raping you, shooting you down, and experimenting on you, and all of a sudden you fighting to help. Because niggas don't think. I ain't talking about colored niggas. Human beings don't think. They just buy into the rhetoric they give them. Don't y'all know the news media work for them? They give them the story. Them men don't tell you the truth. They told you the truth. Your eyes are open up against your own government. These people ain't never went to try to liberate nobody. Who they ever liberated? Who was the people? What's the name of the people? Let's not even be funny. Please give me the name of the people they liberated. They don't liberate people. They imprison people. They indigenize people. That's their job. They're taking people over they won't help you unless you have wealth. You don't have to have monetary wealth. We don't want no paper money. We need resources. We need ore for iron. Because we got to build more guns. We need bullets. We need gold. There's other stuff we need to extract from your country. We need to extract your plants. Because we need to make opiates and make drugs so we can put it in our country and other countries. You don't just want to put it in America. You want it all over the world. People don't know no better. That's why American people, everyone in the country, you take us, the only thing going to be the barrier about us is the language barrier. And they purposely make sure we don't speak the same language. Because then we can't come in. I try to talk, you say, I want to be, I say, you stupid. You know why I'm saying you stupid? Because you don't speak like me versus I'm just uneducated. You know the first thing, anybody don't speak, go speak to somebody white from another country in your language. They'll tell you, you stupid, you don't even speak English. Because that's the program they put in their mind that they are the superior race because of their language. Don't you know every race feel like their language is superior and their people superior? They won't ever come down to other people's standard or meet other people's standard. They make people come up to their standard, and that's the stupidity of everybody. We busy killing and hating and robbing and shooting one another. None of them bastards ain't dying. When last time you seen son of such shot killed? President such, you know who getting killed? Citizens. Because they put the narrative out here to make us kill each other. The pressure is on. Cut in front of me on the COVID line, I'm going to kill you. And you know what, bad when they test me? I ain't even got COVID. Shouldn't even been there. Blowed your brains out, shot your wife by accident, and one of your kids got struck in the COVID line. Who you think put it? Because the narrative, I got to hurry up and find out. So I won't die. You ain't dead now. What make you think the result gonna show you gonna die? They push the fear in us and we just constantly kidding. They know when you go in the store and you look, you see them shell empty. What going on in your mind? They're like a third world country. We're gonna start fighting for food. Last bag of chips. They got a hope, man, they got 14 trucks in the back finna load it down with a newer date. Y'all done scovered up and tore up all this stuff and went to jail. And nobody had no common sense. That's right. These people ain't running out of nothing. These people are using this in order to beat the people. Come on. Y'all don't even say they finna get rid of the truck driver out the door. Let me tell you, the truck driver they saying. They just made them overturn a 100-year sentence. All they did was we not going into Colorado to deliver. You saw how quick they moved. This ain't took no 20 years. Truck driver, we would have stayed together. Let me tell you something. We can change all the DOT stuff. There's nowhere in the world you should be pulled over and getting no $400, no $500 or $600 ticket when all you're doing is moving freight. That's right. That's right. The fact that we even deal with this food, getting help, this is what bad for the police and the truck driver. Why are we, both of us working legal jobs? Why are we both going to each other? I hate you and you coming like I'm a criminal. Right. I'm a working man. That's right. You know a man trying to feed his family. That's right. Why you think he's tired, ball? He ain't got the money. That's right. Use common sense. All these folk with cars with bald tires, get on the same tickets. They put you in a position, then they put you under pressure. Truck driver, we the dumbest folk right up under New York and California. At least we got some folks in front of us. We should have been changed this stuff. While y'all playing, 2024, they dropping all automated trucks. No drivers. All these niggas with these truck no, don't pay out the 26 and 28 finna be in trouble. When they drop out the automated, don't get me wrong, they're not getting rid of own operators. You gonna phase out on your own. How much you think these trucks already brand new, $150,000, $160 when they new. That before chips, $120-some thousand new. What do you think they gonna cost? An automated truck that drive by itself. Guess what? You're gonna put your own self out of business. And if you stay in business, you're gonna run for penny, because they're gonna get you. That automated truck gonna beat your price. He ain't gotta pay no driver. You either gotta get money or you gotta pay your driver, which means the company can cut their rates. Once they kick you out, then they can take the rates up. They got the industry back again. Don't y'all know this country ain't been this? This country was never designed for any other race to make it but white people. That's what y'all don't realize. It was for white people. Every advantage for white people was put there. They brought you here after they slaughtered, butchered, and lied to other people with papers and documents as though they had been here. People did stuff on a handshake. Your word. I take my knife, I cut my wrist, you cut your wrist. We put it together. And if one of us lie, we die. Because we men, that's how our word is. He get paperwork. You sign it and we talk. The paperwork don't even say what me and you discuss. Find in that paperwork where I said that. You're like, come on, Tony, you. Is it in that paperwork? See, they went with man. A man's word is his word. When a man signed, you had to do all that. You put an X on there. That got that. Man ain't got no integrity. Listen, they took away our integrity. They done took away our fight. We don't have a plight for anything. The Negro is working to die. The white man got a future. Going to space, how many times they show a nigga? White folk done left here, they gone. They finna build huts and huts. They ain't really going nowhere, but it make you feel good. These niggas ain't even built a piece of hut, let alone talking about no hut they put on another planet. Okay? But they got you already looking. They trying to get here and leave you behind. They gonna kill off everybody. They're only working to try to be what they tried to kill Hitler for, having a superior race. Hitler was just before his time. They don't hate Hitler. They just hate the fact he beat them to the punch. Hitler, that German, was superior to anybody else. What's wrong with he looked at he beat it? Well, let's fight and see who wins. I won. You tell me who's the smart, who's the most superior. Russia larger than Germany, beat them too. Punked everything in Europe been punked out by him. Why when you say you're superior? If we got a basketball team, we win every game, nobody beat us, what we gonna say? We average? We the best. These niggas give each other trophies. Whoever wins the Super Bowl, what they gonna say? We just an average team. We the best. We the best. And that's all Germany was trying to tell them. They beat them. You know why Germany was the best? Germany had black soldiers. Germany integrated their soldiers. Germany had a hatred among themselves. Germany look at focus your hatred on your enemies. You know why these people never be good? Because they got folk hate each other. They're supposed to be working together. That's why we can't make it. They got to hate each other. America, let me tell you something. This is the worst experiment ever made in America. Worst experiment ever made. That's why it's failing. Anytime you don't start something right, it's going to end wrong. Yep. Why y'all think if America was so-called blessed that they called it and so-called right that they called it, why we in the mess we in? Y'all know right now America is #1 around the world with this COVID. The Omicron, they told us it was in Africa. Yeah. Then they told us Europe had it. Yeah. We didn't even have a case on paper. Do y'all know we #1 today? America is #1 in the world with COVID. The people who giving everybody else the vaccine. How you #1 when you giving everybody else the vaccine? You selling pills, recovery pills, and you #1. We shouldn't be so dumb. That's why, I'm a proponent for, you got to be tough on our men. We got to be tough on our men. They soften us. We lost our fight. We lost our kill for survival. It ain't down. It ain't down. Y'all, these niggas rather have a good night's sleep than get out and have something. What good is a good night's sleep when I wake up and I'm still behind? Now, I can't sleep like that, man. I'm going to be tossing out through that bed, man. When I wake up, I got to wake up to reality. Sleep is temporary for me. When I'm asleep, you can forget about illnesses, cancer, but when you're awake, what happens? Cancer's still there. I like to lay down and sleep and feel a comfort and know when I get up, a comfort's still there. Y'all hear? That's why I seek for salvation. That's why I try to teach our people salvation. But you can't get salvation unless you accept reality. And your reality is you are good as dead if you stay here. Nothing good gonna come to you here. You're gonna have to get yours and run. You're gonna do as good here as Jacob did with Laban. And how good did he do? Well, how good did he do? In another land that wasn't his. How many rights did he get? He had the most of the work. He had the hardest of the debt. He put the most sweat. And he put in the most time and got the less. The man had to run off with what he had. He didn't run off what he had. He wouldn't have had that. Now you're going to be successful and stay right here. I want to see that one, nigga. Ask Bill Cosby how it work out for you. These folks will break you. All they got to do, it ain't got to touch your money. Once I kill you in the sight of these people, your money ain't no good. You go to the restaurant, I would about it. They said, man, get your money, get out of here. I seen you on the news. What you do when you go somewhere, somebody tell you your money ain't good here? These crackers will show you, man, this is what the nigga think. When I get the money, I'm going to get that. That's not going to help you. See, you got to have integrity. You got to have respect. And you got to establish for yourself. You can't let them people be the redeemed. You can't let these people be the demons of who give it to you. If you let them sign off on it, you ain't got nothing. Football players, basketball players, soccer players, hockey players, who they got, tennis players. All of them need white folk to sign off on them. Yep. You don't have one of them that know about a white man ain't sign off on them. That's right. Which one of them niggas be some white folk don't sign off on you? Let them white folks shoot you down and start shooting that nude and get out there and see how many folks hate you. Boo! Boo! Every time you get the ball, they start looking. He said, I got to make some changes. I can have these folks say him booing. Yep. And the whole time, the whole narrative these people got to hate you came from them. They the one tell people whether to love you or not. These folks are, man, black people, this everybody. We the dumbest folk right up on the California, New York, and truck driver. Yeah. Niggas. I'm talking about dog niggas. Crunchy niggas. High yellow niggas. Interracial niggas. You the fourth dumbest nigga on the planet. And you want to know that as I told it to you. But you ain't got to be. You just got to get intelligent and look at your situation. It's not hard to do what we need to do. All we got to do is fortify. We've been shown the plan. You know, let me tell you how are we going to do all that? You a failing mind nigga. Yeah. Now that nigga is number 5. New York, California, either 6 in one hand, half of the same one. Either California, New York, truck driver niggas, and then these other dumb niggas. Number 5 on the planet. I just tell you your top 5 idiots on this whole entire planet. Now, I can fix a couple of them. New York, California, I can't help you. But these niggas and these niggas and these truck drivers, it might be a chance for you. I might be able to help. It might now. I don't want no problem, nigga. You said, no, I didn't say that, nigga. Now, you number 6, nigga. The nigga that hear what they want to hear, nigga. That nigga number 6 and should be number 3. Now, that just put the truck driver a little more ahead. So we got California, New York, California. Then we got that nigga who hear what they want to hear, nigga. Then we got the truck driver. Then we got the nigga, and we got the nigga. Top 6 idiots on the planet. Ain't that right? And I can help them. Maybe. Like Ryan said, hopefully. Hopefully. What we gonna do? Why can't I look at everything? Y'all know, like, I look at Sandy Spring. Y'all know these folk big in Sandy Spring, the state of Sandy Spring finna break away from these people. They put, you know, when they ever told us we could break away from a city? When we ever were taught, how many of y'all went to school, government law? You went to, did you know you could just break away from a city? And went to school? Nobody, because you know what? These are not things that's really available to us that help us. Nobody don't give it up, like welfare. You know about that program that can help you with your kids and can give you stuff, but we're going to put you under some kind of stipulation. Anything go wrong, we're taking them kids. We got, it's a program. Folks, you know it's a program that can help for single mothers with kids. I guarantee that same program can take your kid. See, we don't give you none without some kind of clause of locking you up. I call that rumper still skin. Now the niggas that go for that nigga go for the rumper, that nigga be number 7. I'm gonna move that nigga to number 3. So we got California, New York, California, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Then we got that nigga that hear what they want to hear nigga. Then we got the nigga, and we got the truck driver. And who else we got? The Rumpelstiltskin nigga. He was number 3. That nigga ain't went nowhere. Bag that thing up. He right behind California. Double down, nigga, double down. That Rumpelstiltskin nigga sit here and let him give him something and think somebody finna let me spend starting the gold and he ain't gonna come back and get nothing later? Y'all people better use y'all head. I know my mama. I know they go ahead and they be looking for programs that will help you. Every one of them you avoid them. I don't know for no program that can help me. Them the ones I avoid. They come to get you later. Everything, I'm telling you, stay away from them. If you've been living long enough, stay away from them. Somebody just ride up and you sitting at the bus stop, you need a ride. So I'm just sitting here monitoring this bus stop. Make sure it don't get stolen. Keep moving, nigga. And you just moved to number 4 behind that California New Nut nigga and that Rumpelstiltskin nigga for being stupid and think you gonna play me. All these niggas got their play. We found the top 8 niggas on the planet. That's what we do here. You find the niggas. Then we can fix it. Y'all all right tonight? Because all we trying to do is love one another. And I stay away from these niggas. Isn't that right? The California and the New York niggas are the New York, California niggas. The Rumpelstiltskin nigga. And that nigga that hear what he want to hear nigga. And stay away from them truck driver niggas. And the regular nigga too. Y'all got it? There's some more niggas out there now. We'll find them for long. Everybody all right tonight? So we come here to hear a word. And so we can build ourselves up and try to put a future for y'all young people. We're working on some things. We're going to put some future. Make sure y'all be paying attention. We're doing so much talking on that, too much stuff going on. Try to get the young folk. Y'all be talking. Y'all won't be focused in. This y'all be y'all best time now while somebody take time out to try to help you. Y'all get this information and you gonna put it inside a collage. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere you gonna just keep a bunch of things together and it's gonna be real useful. And you're gonna use this for your centerpiece. Y'all got it? Meaning everything else you're gonna put in, you're gonna base it off of what you're gonna center, right? That's gonna be that word. That's your foundation. Gotta give these people some moral standards. We ain't saying moral by the way they got it. Their morality is never whole-minded. Lying, cheating, and stealing. We trying to make men and women. All the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna start with these kids. All these young folk, we gotta start with them. A lot of y'all ain't gonna change. I seen y'all come and drag, sit around. I see them tell, oh, can I get back up? You ain't gonna do nothing. I knew you wasn't gonna do that. I already looking to cut it down about 20 people. Y'all planning, I say, I'm looking to cut it down about 20 people. Let y'all come about 20, 15 people of service. That way, so I get more competent teaching done. I got less time they have to spend trying to clean up, and I ain't gotta keep messing around and dragging around. Now they'll try to go get a faster test. Oh, they'll try to get a faster. Man, you gotta get serious about your salvation. I appreciate it too. You right. I've been watching out. Let me tell you something. Y'all, a lot of y'all are the enemy. You enemies to yourself because you won't change. You don't see what do you do? The whole world is ending. One of y'all need to give me a solution. Keep coming. Keep holding on. Keep waiting and trusting Jesus. What's his name? I know what they're doing. Gotta make changes, man. Real changes. Death-defying changes. I ain't not gonna have nothing. You don't have to be willing to do. You gotta do what other people won't do. You gonna just keep going with the masses. I remember we were flying back from St. Martin. Man, I folk done disrespect. They put a night play. Then they told her to get up and leave 11 o'clock. We had to tell 11 o'clock. I'm jet back in at 11 o'clock. I looked at my wife. We were talking. She said, we going back up and going to bed. We went on back up. All up, went back to our room, went to bed. I didn't leave here no 11 o'clock. You don't mess up no plane and mess up and you don't make me get up at no 11 o'clock. Plane leave at 4 o'clock. Don't y'all know all them folk heard it out of him? Them folk, there are no chairs to sit in. Do you know them people stood outside from 11:30, 12 o'clock to 4:30? Not be us. Not be us. We got there later. If I know they're gonna be there later, I'd have got there at 4:15. Walk on. I was talking to the folks in the line. I said, we don't have to stand for this. You don't let nobody difference. We pay. They saying, look at me. I said, start tweeting. I was out there for. I said, tweet about. I'm taking pictures. Look at this line. I said, you can stop this. The other caller gave me some money. The other called me. They gave me some money. I appreciate it, but I need more than that too. I'm trying to figure why you let somebody difference. You paying? I think this ain't free. We paid these people. You inconvenienced me when you didn't get the plane right. They said everybody sitting up there like wife, they ain't knew the wife was staying here too. We got a plan on phone. I said, we ain't got to take this. I said, tweet. Yeah, I said, tweet. Them folks, they just walking on, they happy, they're going on. You've been standing up since this outside in the Caribbean sun. We went in no winter, no seat. You are not inside, you outside against a wall. Then nigga carried the shit on the ground and said, I'm trying to figure out where y'all fight at. We can change this. I said, that's where they at now. That's where people at. See, they make you think you got to accept stuff. That's the problem. First thing we got, we just think we have, you ain't got to stand for that stuff. And what's sad, people, we weren't trying to take nothing from them. You took from us. Well, they paid for somewhere to stay. I already got somewhere to stay. It's called home. If I want to stay another day, I'd have paid for it. I didn't leave cause running out of money. So don't pull me, you ain't do me no favor. Anytime you put me other than where I want to be, you're not doing me a favor. You're inconveniencing me. I know y'all take it. If folks just gonna take it, it don't make no difference. Can't let people just disrespect you. Some stuff you gotta stand for. Some stuff you can say, well, it ain't that serious. That was serious to me. It was serious. Anybody want me to stand for 4 hours, something wrong with your mind, 'cause I ain't doing it. Right. Unless that's something I want to do. Outside, I got to piss. I take blood pressure pill. They better be glad he fished away. I'd have pissed on that wall. Right there in the county. So, hey, here I piss and me want to go home. Piss right on their wall. Say one of them good Caribbean songs while I piss on their wall. Y'all ain't got to stand for this stuff. Y'all ain't got to take this stuff from these people. You know, let me tell you something. Your morality really ain't worth a hill of beans. White folk teach you what they like and what's okay. Y'all know how many of y'all used to frown at people smoke marijuana? We'll tell the truth. Look at it back. How many of y'all, if I got in your car with a bag of marijuana, you'd have told me, get out of here, you're not finna go to jail. So now it's legal. What you do now? So what's the morality? So what was your problem with what was the problem with if I had the bag of marijuana? Cause the white man said, now he said it's okay. It's old folk, they just say, you can smoke, they say, going to hell in here smoking that stuff. Them folks say, I smoke it myself, old people. What happened? See, they control your morality. Think about it. People don't even have the same fact of feeling they had about it. Even if they don't smoke, they say, man, everybody smoking. Everybody was smoking it then. They used to call you a hippie. The hippies were smoking weed. So they infiltrated the hippies. Y'all white folk, those were white folk that will fight against their own government. Most of y'all don't know about the hippies, do you? How many of y'all don't know about the hippies? The 70 years, everybody know now. I watch y'all. I know you don't know because you weren't even living. No way. These people were on the move. These were white people that were standing against their government, going in and fighting other countries. These were college students. These were people that were more liberal. They felt like love, hug, drugs, not war. They was against war. You know what they did? The CIA infiltrated them and gave them drugs. They gave them heroin, LSD, snuck in. So now they were sitting here smoking marijuana. These niggas were talking crazy, doing stupid stuff, walking on top of a building. They said, you know what, you wore your hair a little long. You know, they said, you're a hippie. You look like a hippie. See, that was a code name too for a junkie. Most y'all, they tell you hair, what they tell you, they said, boy, you like a hippie. See, they infiltrated them, and because people were watching them. The Vietnam War was going on, and they were getting attention. And people sitting back starting to look at this whole thing. Man, there's been a lot of money spent, a lot of lives lost on this stuff. What is this whole thing about? And these people start saying, we don't have a fight in this war. This war not even about a war. These people going ahead and getting drugged. But they drugged up the people who would stand up against them, telling the truth, and they wiped that whole generation out. Y'all don't know. You don't know nobody from the hippie situation now. Most of them now, they're so old, they don't even talk about it no more. It's older white people that know about it. Listen, they phased that whole group out with drugs and extinguished them. That's what they're going to do to people like me who try to tell y'all young people I stand up being men and being women. Y'all got it? Being minded to do something. Change your situation. We don't have to stay here and take this stuff off this man. We get our goods and we get out of here while we able. Nigga always want to leave when he broke. Where you going broke? Who take you to the movie you broke? Yo, stupid greedy behind you don't want a fatty box of popcorn. Nobody taking you nowhere, nigga. Nigga done sat here and order 5 boxes of Junior Mint, Raisin Nest. Nigga got a $200 bill at the movie. Nigga too stupid. Boy, you stop at a store and buy your food before you go. Put it in your girl pocketbook. Now you eating. You just get you a little light something, make it look like you support the thing. Your real eating in that pocketbook. How you go to the movie, man? You going over some mad nigga be said, why the movie? You said standing, you said, somebody got some McDonald's here, then they got a fry. You said that light cake, you know how the lights sound like, you're sitting there got that little glitter salt by his mouth. So I know somebody here, we not gonna smell it in there. That's what you gotta do. I come to watch your movie, I don't want your food. Sit there, they protest, put you down again. Why? I watch your movie, I pay for your movie, let me eat my own food. They trap you, you hear, you gotta buy their stuff. So they keep trapping you, they make you conform to a system that you ain't gotta conform to. What's the law? What law I'm breaking if I don't buy your stuff? What if I don't bring that, I don't buy your stuff? Did I break a law? Well, I ain't break one if I don't buy your stuff and I bring my own food. It'd be different. You got a restaurant, I come in here and I use your table and your plate, your food, and I lay all my own stuff and I walk in your kitchen and boil your water. I'm short stopping then. Hello? Y'all don't think like that, do you? I'm thinking about it now. We can change our situation. By ourselves, you can't do nothing. Together, we can do anything. Y'all hear me? Together, you get everybody here minded, they work together. I'm talking about not just here. This has to fester. It's got to reach out and touch other people that's mind that say, all you want is fairness and truth. That's all we want. Just like for religion, religion can be good if it's used properly. All we do, we'll look, we put things up here, then we want to go back and examine it. Let's start predating things. What was before this? If every church did that, then you'll get the truth. Tell them when they get a assignment, say, read it, then pull up what was before that. Right. What were they saying before you said that? What was the religion of choice before that? What's the oldest religion? How far does your stuff predate back? And how was man living before your religion came into play? Right. You don't want to do that. You want to run around the room. You want to pay a choir director. Who getting paid? I'm telling you, biggest, most popular paid seats in there. The finance, because they got to help cover the lies that he done told. That preacher, that keyboard player, and that drummer, and that music director. That's where your money gonna go. And them hoes he gonna knock off in there. That's where your money going. Oh yeah, then they might pay the rent. Most of these folks sit at church, they don't even know. They have what they call, most of y'all heard, it's like a silent foreclosure. Y'all don't know about that, do you? It's silent because we don't talk about it. Do y'all know how many churches in foreclosure? Y'all don't know how many, even Newburgh, go check these folks. Y'all don't know how behind these folks be. You know what the bank do? This is what you don't know. It's a smart business scam. This is why you'll find that guy, they want to get them a big church. Because you know what the bank look at? You don't want to foreclose on the church. You can't afford for 1,000 members and 2,000, 5,000, and 15,000 members out on that street in front of a news camera saying, we don't have nowhere to go to worship. And I'm going to tell all my friends not to bank with. So you know what the bank do? We just leave it alone. And you know how they get to pay? Just pay something. Most of these folks, y'all don't know about to do this. I know this is a fact. Now, you can be kind and look me up. The way y'all synagogue, we ain't missed a note. We ain't missed a note. Oh, it's real smooth. You can do it to them. Most folks don't know that. That's why you get them. This is another thing you got. When you foreclose, you got to sell it. Who you got going to buy somebody else's church? Because anybody big enough, they want something bigger. It's too small. Anybody small always wants something more than what they can handle. It's too hard to sell a church because by the time you got it for sale. You know what the people sitting around looking at? God gave me a vision of a different building. So now the bank just told it locked. The building dilapidates and sat there and rot. That's why they don't like to do loan for churches, religious organizations. And then when they do them, these jokers play them. All of them do it. It's the oldest gambling. It's the oldest trick in the book. They don't teach y'all nothing about these folks. It look good because once they get in, go try to foreclose on World Changer. How many members he got? What do you say? He got about 35,000? Them 35,000 people got bank accounts. What bank holding their note? What bank can afford for 35,000 people to tell one other person? And you got 70,000 people now that saying they ain't gonna use that bank that connect to some more people, which can hurt your business. So you just sit back, and you know what they do? They tell them, just pay something. Oh, that's the smoothest deal you ever got. Go get you a big church and get it. Don't pay them. Let them put you on foreclosure. Sign a little friendly little foreclosure. We just pay what we want to pay. Right. And hold them out, and they won't touch it. I'm telling you, man, all you do is put the kids out there and old people in the front and let one of them fall on the ground. Y'all laughing. Y'all know how many people take that stuff serious when they look at that news, don't? Y'all you know what that bank had to come back and do? This something did it one time in Atlanta. Listen, they came to foreclose that. Oh, they got the news out there. When the news came, listen, they called a corporate. Corporate came back off. The news, this some years ago, it was in Atlanta. Listen, when that news saw that, they called a corporate. When they hit the corporate, they let them joker know, move, get out of there, let it go. They're like, we're done. We ain't fooling with that. You had to walk off from it. The whole, listen, America built on scams. Yeah. You can't get mad at the church. The church get it from the government. All of them scam you. Then they trying to pick out other people scamming. The whole thing is scam from the top. That's how the churches get to do it. Church and religion run together. Where these politicians run to when it's time to go to? How many politicians go try to solicit vote from booty clubs? Why they don't go to booty clubs? Them people don't vote? Yeah. How many politicians y'all see in liquor stores trying to solicit votes? Where they go? Church. Because you is number 8 and you really number 1 of the stupidest people on the planet. Now, California, New York, California just went to number 2. The church nigga is the dumbest. He is the head honcho of the dumbest people on the planet. That's how they beat you every time. We got to save our kids. They're not helping our kids. They emasculating our kids. How you think our kids turning homosexuality? How you think our kids doing it? They give them a feminine way of doing things. They set them up to dress, they give them the skinny pants. And then what bad for them? That's all they got. I don't buy them. Right. That's all they got. You still got them. Man, no pants going on my butt cheek, got my booty hole over like this. Like a fish being caught on a hook. Oh, good and well don't make no sense. Man, booty, all it is a hook in that lip. No good and well, these folks done messed us up, messed our kids up, messed up our families. The Negro can't even think straight. They done compile so much trouble, they misdiagnose it when we go to the hospital. Every nigga got high blood pressure, diabetes. And we just sign off onto it, we just believe these people. We don't trust these people. How many of y'all people done check these people degree? How many times, this nigga don't even think to look a doctor to see how many lawsuits he had. We just look up to find out the nearest doctor. The best doctor. Google gave it to you. Nigga, Google, that's what a baby used to say. Google Gaga. They do that on Fred Flintstone. Google ain't new. They do that to be on the coochie coochie coo, Google Gaga. Y'all remember Pebbles on Fred Flintstone? She the first one come up with Google. Here we are. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I'm gonna start going through my memory. Y'all ain't mind doing nothing. I'm gonna get y'all my book. Only no more lazy niggas. Now you be number 4. The lazy nigga. Sat back and wait on everybody else to do something. Fight done ended. We done won it. Real stabber. And that nigga pick up a rock and drop it by their foot. To my outfit and hit somebody. That nigga be number 3. One of the dumbest niggas I ever seen. You sit around, you see your future, you see where you at, then you got to do something about it. Ain't nothing going to just change. You got to make change. You got to make provision for yourself. Want the government do what? You can't come and complain about the government, then tell the government to do something. Make up your mind. The government supposed to be for the people and by the people. Did you put this government in play? Is this government working for you? Then you need a government that works for you. They never teach us that. You had to go. The people voted. The people chose. Did you count them votes? Is that what they told you? Then white folk don't believe something. You saw they did January the 6th. They went to check on it. They wasn't buying what they said. They said, the voting machine count. They said, we don't trust the voting machine. Listen, I don't go along with what they done. They show you, though, when they don't trust something, believe something, they want more evidence. Right. Why don't you get evidence to what you believe in, to what you serving in? Right. Why don't you get evidence to these lies they done told you about yourself? Yep. Not that smart. Now, you're going to be number 9. The not so smart nigga. He be one of the dumbest niggas on the planet. Yes, sir. You don't ever want to be counted with these people. Y'all hear me? Yes, sir. Be better. Chris, I was talking to my young people. Here around your age and on up, y'all done had y'all time. Ain't that right? They getting ready to leave the planet. They some old joker. He not young like me and Boss. No, we're going to try to get ready to move on a little bit and kind of keep going. I just want better for us. And I don't want, why I got to want better for us? I want better for myself is what I should be saying. And you should be saying it, and that should engage us to want better together. That's right. Everybody come out with something. Well, like, this all, man, Joker running snow, snatch and grab. Let's all run here and get something for me. Man, I'm like, nigga, I'm going to get something for myself. That's why a nigga risk that side. How just everybody grab it and try to get the one nigga? No. They going in to get something for them. Don't y'all know we stand up for equality? That's getting something for us. Right. Everybody need to have some equality. Yes, everybody need to have some opportunity. Yes, not mandated by them. It's your right to have opportunity, freedom, and liberty and equality. Not because he put it on no paper. Before he wrote on the paper, white man had, we had it. When he put it on paper, you lost it. We had it before he put it on paper. Why we ain't put it on paper? Everybody had it. It was a mutual agreement. It was a mutual agreement. Everybody understood it. Everybody went along with it. He got involved, put it on paper. Now we ain't got it no more. That's what the Indian learned. When the Indian came, you know the Cherokee Nation, the Watauga Nation, the Blackfoot Nation, you know they never had no paperwork talking about what their name was and what property was theirs. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew everybody woman. They dress was different. Their conversation was different. The way they did, they hunting tools, the stuff they used was different. Everything was signature. Even to their cow, they signatured everything. No paperwork and people existed. White man came, gave a paper book. All hell done broke loose. Pure hell. Talking about don't exist. Neither the freedom, liberty, and equality for the dark-skinned people. Hell don't exist, and freedom, equality, liberty, and opportunity don't exist either. So all that and hell go together. So the niggas that believe in freedom, equality, and justice for us, you be the 10th dumbest nigga on the planet. Tell them like Stone, they asked you said it. Tell them Raw said it. That's right, there's a Stone Cold you just said it. Because Raw said so. They're the dumbest niggas on the planet. So we come to give equality, opportunity, chance to our people. But you have to fight for it. Yes, sir. When they try to walk up and try to give it to you, like you try to walk up and give me opportunity free. Try to give it to me. No, I gotta take it. That's what I told my mom told, no. He said, give it, he said, huh? He said, no, I gotta take it. He said, huh? And he was knocked out. See, they give it to her, what that mean? You know they were looking at? He's so stupid. He's trying to give him something, and he gonna give it back. If he give it to me, can he take it? Yes, sir. Do we need them to give us these rights? No. Then we gonna need to take them. Yes, sir. That's right. Did he take Ray cornbread? Did Ray give me cornbread? Nope. Ray told me, now, Claude was willing to hand his cornbread down. He said, oh, he said, what you doing? He said, man, don't get, let him go on up there and get his own cornbread. He said, how you be clipping that man's toenails? And he said, I wish one of y'all mother would try to take my cornbread. That's what they look, they ain't get them no cornbread. This don't stop right here. They ain't do stuff so much, that's why you don't have no liberties, no rights now. Because you gave too much up. That's right. So we got to reestablish ourselves. All we need to do is have a world meeting of the mind. This just ain't just us. I don't want to just be just us, but we have a problem. And all these other races are going to find out we all got the same problem. But there's enough people that's for right. Believe it or not, there's enough people. Please don't think it's just in your black skin, because enough people have done damage to us with this on. So I don't want to limit it that we're the only people right. There are other people in these nations, y'all got it, that are minded just for fairness. Y'all got it? They ain't got to come build us no house for habitat humanity. I just don't want you to F with the house that I habitat in. Y'all right? Y'all got it? That's all we want. And I want to do the same thing. I'm not trying to go build no house for no Japanese, no Chinese people. I need to build my own house. Right. And I'll do them the same thing I want. I ain't going to come F with you in your house. That's right. Where you habitat at, I'm going to leave it alone. That's right. As long as it ain't in my yard now. I like hearing that. If it's in my yard now, I'm going to tear your house down. Y'all got it? If it's in my yard, don't have it in my yard. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. That's how we got to set it. And you know, everybody have the same right. If one of my folk want to go lapse of days and pop off in your yard, and that's what they want to get, and they don't mind their head getting busted, you can keep them. Let them have them. Same thing here. You all want to come over here and lie down here, get the head busted, we'll keep them too. That's how you train them. And everybody learn how to be fair. So listen, if you don't want to, staff them over there. Yeah, staff them over there. Don't go, I just feel like around here effing with somebody. And when you do now, when they get you over there, you ain't come back over here. You got to set some mediums, folks. You got to set some barriers. You can't keep running out behind folk that's wrong. There's plenty of black folks wrong out here. We study back on them. You ain't going to try to talk about no white folk. The nigga will mess you up. Now the nigga that bad the nigga that F with niggas, he be nigga 11. He be the 11th dumbest nigga on the planet. He still ain't worse than California and New York and California now. Where you used to stay at, Arna? That's what I'm talking about, Tennessee. And they be the second racist country on the planet. That's the truth, though. He know them folk dumb. Some dumb folks up there, boy, I tell you the truth. Them folks in Tennessee, they just racist. They're racist, they'll kill you. They'll kill you. Any one of these southern states will bury you. Any one of them. From Arkansas back down, Georgia, on wrap around up, good as dead. You good as dead. The only thing say you here in Georgia, they give you get about 3 more seconds of breathing here because of industry. You take the industry, take that airport from down here. And that Ferris wheel from down there from Centennial Park. Y'all niggas gone. All right, go ahead. Kick. Let that Ferris wheel shut down and say they keep you here. Y'all niggas gone. And if the Braves don't win this year, y'all out of here. If the Falcons win, y'all out of here, so you're safe. Because we know the Falcons ain't going to do nothing. The Falcons and Hawks, impossible. They won't win in Judgment Day. They're the only team they play each other. They ain't going to win. I don't waste my time with these losing folks. Now, we're going to get ready and try to move on. I just want to put down the truth for everybody so y'all got something to think about. That folk that white, folk that listen, all I want to know, white, black, Asian, whatever your nationality is, I don't care about that. All I care about, if you for truth, if you for equality and you for rights of everybody, free, except for now, we ain't gonna have no right. I don't believe in getting no right for no 2 men be on the street with the booty hole cut out around the cheek and 2 women around there licking each other's thing. They don't need no right to do that. Go do that at home somewhere. Isn't that right? Go do that on the top of a time bomb. That's right. They ain't got no business doing out here. We got to keep the streets clean. Let's be honest. I ain't finna go out here and kill them. I'm just saying, don't kill us either. Right. Because your behavior going to wipe us out and extinguish us. We got to do it. They folk don't really listen. We just can't keep acting like this stuff don't exist. It's some stuff we going to do. You're going to infringe on what people going to say right. That ain't your right. Not to do it in front of us. You go do that stuff somewhere because you killing yourself. And we got to be advocate, proponent for it. It'll be a time you were homosexual gay. That wasn't that you were going to exploit out. You kept that stuff quiet. You kept that secret. Folks, why kind of figure you out now? It's wide open. They put out there saying like, hey, y'all, I'm gay. When we go holler, we straight. You'll know that. You know that by your mannerisms, how you do stuff. That's what we got to establish for our people, so people know how we got to walk. Y'all hear me? That part of preserving our race. Over in Qatar, different places, them folks is criminal. They lock you. You know what? They ain't stupid. They right. You're going to wipe our race out. Once you push when two women start banging, they don't come back to a man, how they going to get babies? Two men start banging each other out, how they going to create babies? You are going to extinguish our race. That's your terrorists right there. That's your terrorism. That's your fear. They're going to wipe us out between corona, between drugs, between AIDS, between crack cocaine. That's terror right now. Nobody going to tell us that now. They ain't bothering nobody. That's not they bothering our existence. Right. They're fighting against our existence. Because once you program and you train kids with that mentality, then you got kids growing up with already minded not to go with the opposite sex. So you're going to extinguish us. So all these are things we got to educate our young people on in order to preserve. I said, white people teach their kids to preserve. That's why they send them to certain universities. You know how many white kids, y'all see how they flocking in and they overpowering and taking on them HBCU? Let me tell you a secret. Did you know, John said, man, you look, we learn. Did you know that a white kid can go to any one of HBCU for free? They won't go. They won't go. It'll go against their inheritance. It'll go against what they're actually trying to teach them and what they're trying to promote to them. They can go to any one of the HBCU for free. They're a minority. They can go for free. Now you ask yourself, how many of y'all would want free education? Come on, don't lie. How many of y'all would have loved free? White people do too. They rather pay than be taught surrounded with you niggas. I'd rather pay and get the debt than to sit here and listen to your buffoonery. You ain't going nowhere when you leave here. Look, you ain't got but two niggas on your whole wall. You go to Morehouse got two people they're going to tell about, Spike Lee and Dr. King. Because these folks ain't got no collage of people. No good. You got some other people. They don't have about, them white folks got out, they put the oldest cracker who put the first brick down. His statue in the front of that building. And his name live on, the library named after the other one. They got halls named after them. And y'all niggas walk and clean them halls. Mop them halls. You go and put them books up in the library. And you go out there in that pit and say, no, no, no. I will not desecrate this statue. But I'll drop one on your head. Man, you see a pigeon day here in the air. How a pigeon fly like that, huh? He see you and lock your wing and drop it behind you. That's intentional destruction. Now you gotta ask yourself, what does that pigeon know about you and your race? When he get his wing and lock them feathers together, and you go, noise like that. He trying to bust your head open, nigga. Now that nigga be number 12. The nigga that the pigeon will lock his wing and go and bust him in the head with a turd. You be the 12th dumbest nigga on the planet. You know why, right? Because Ra said so. We got to get ready to try to teach him something. All right, we're going to get ready to sign this Kato Sarah. Although that able, Most High Kudash Abba, separated Father, Hadu, which is thanks for all you've done and you rendered unto us for this opportunity and this chance that we might be lamented by you, which is taught and shown, that we might be Yasha, that we might be saved and delivered. We yakra upon your Shem, which is called upon your name, that you might grant us the evidence of the Ruach HaKadosh, which will allow us to live a Kudash Kai, which is a clean or a separated life. Baraka us and those that are watching in that seek you for understanding, that you might grant them their lost desire, purifying us with all by your debar, which is your word. Yakra upon you, calling upon you, but no other help we know, no other we seek but you and your Malkuth, which is your empire. Baraka those that had allowed to be here, but were not able, those that are tuned and listening in, and those you will allow to hear later for your kabod, which is for your glory. Baraka the Zabak, which is bestow a gift upon the sacrifice, the slaughter of Yahushua HaMashiach, who rendered and gave up himself that we might have a right to the Atz of Kai, which is the tree of life. Baraka him every whit for that which he established, for how he shama your debar, was how he listened with the intent to do, that he left us an example that we should know how we are to halak and how we are to walk. Baraka us and let your piney or upon us, which is enlightened. Let your piney be our encampment and our protection, which is be your presence. For we are Yakra by your Shem, which are called by your name, Yahuwah Elohim, through Yahushua HaMashiach, recovering those gone astray and taken from us before it's everlasting too late, especially our young people and our yards, our children. Be a keeper to them and baraka them that they might grant them an understanding, that they might zakar you, which is to mark you as to remember in the days of their youth before the Rosh Hashanah days, for the Yasharamim, which are the evil days, approach. Search us and see if there be any Rasha Darak. Cast it from us and lead us in the Arak everlasting, which is the way of life. Let the debar of our paw, which are the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our laws, which is of our hearts, be acceptable in your which is in your sight. And as we prepare to move further, we allow that you take full control, that you get the tahalim, the praise, the kabod, the glory, and the kabod, the honor, in the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen. I don't know why. Well, I remember how here when you did cry when that, you used to get some. We used to be out there serving that little temple. They had big temple. They had 2 members over there. Here was that little temple. They didn't have but 1 member. But he still served. All right. I know we're going to start out. Y'all young people on point? Y'all mind it? Always mind. Isn't that right? All right, let's see. Let's see where we go from here. This is Romans 15:4. Again, they're using the Beth HaMashiach. So for those that like to follow along, you may go ahead and get it. This is not my material, not my information. We look through and we search through for the Amat. At the end of the day, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at what predate what they gave us. Because what they gave us, it didn't even help the people that gave it to us, nor did it help us. So you got to ask yourself why we're still using it. If the people that had it wasn't right, and then they gave it to us, and we ain't right, why we keep using it? It all makes sense to go back and look at what was right.
That's right.
That makes sense.
Yes, sir.
It only makes sense. If they gave it to us and they weren't right and they had it, they gave it to us and we weren't right with it, then why are we still using it?
That's right.
In hopes of, that makes absolutely no sense.
That's right.
It makes sense to go back and find out what predates it. What was established before that, isn't that right? Let's see this. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
For whatever was written before.
Nikatab for our Lamed.
Was written to show us.
That we through endurance.
Through going through, I like to let them know, without giving way. Now, since they, got a question. You ain't going to help battle about it. You ain't going to get nobody to help him out. That's how he doing. I know you got the answer. You going to say your answer for me? He said, I'm going to do it. He said, you ain't let my daddy say him to get that wrong answer. So now, since we talked about this, that whatever was written before was written to show us, right? So that through going through without giving way. Now, you guys were taught something. I want to see hands back here that don't get it. What do y'all remember we were taught that you need to help you endure? Hands. I see him back there. He ready for that answer. Cancer, don't make me look bad. You got the answer? Hold on. Ryan, you got the answer out there? All day. Now, see, Ryan said all day. John, you got the answer. That's smooth, though. John did like that, had a hand up on that pew, he said. And then I just, you got the right answer. All right. You got the right answer, Pastor? What you think? Uh-oh. Justin looked like, sometimes you can't trust your pastor on their answer. Oh, you got the answer? Our young people, y'all get one shot. You want me to get them a shot? Yeah. He said they can have it. All right. Y'all good with the answer? Y'all good with him? All right. What's the answer? He's reading Oriel 24 and 22. He said, these are the words that 44, these are the words I spake to you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the Kitab of Mushah and in the Tahalim, in the Nabin and in the concerning me. That's the one we're gonna go to. What do you usually mean when I quote the whole thing out like that? He said that meant he usually right. Not this time. Good. All right, Joseph, hold on, before I go, I'm gonna get one out now. I had Ryan hand up. I had back him. Joseph, we're gonna try Joseph. All right, Ian. He said he ain't got to see. He gonna go. He said, Joseph. Let's see what you got. Joseph, you got an answer? Hold on for a minute. You just raised your hand. You didn't raise your hand. What was this? You were waving? You were Indian? How? I ain't checking. Who we had? Now, one on. I see, but Ryan had that hand up and John. Oh, Rod? Oh, this is new. This is Rod. You mind if Rod jump out here? Well, hold on, Rod. How many? Hold on, let's do that. How many believe Rod gonna get the right answer? That tight. Oh my goodness, that's a lot on Rod. All right. Y'all, how many of y'all said no? All right, let's see. Two people. All right, three of us. All right, let's see, Rod. Let me see. What is it? He got it. A hog. Good answer. He said, what y'all think? He said, yeah, I got it. Yeah, that good one. That's right. A hog, remember? 1 Corinthians 13 and 7, remember? A hog endureth all things. So now this is what we got to look at now. For whatever was written before was written to show us. So we were able to see that Yahuwah was able to do all things because it's a hog. So that going through without getting, so he went through and he didn't give way. Right? He didn't give up. He didn't stop. Because of a hog. And through Nakum, because what, all right, another try. What did he get? A prize. What did he get? A hog. He had a hog and he got a hog. What did he get for enduring without giving way? Who else got hand? Uh-oh, Chris. I'm got to get Chris. If they don't get it, what did he get? What did he get? Huh? Never mind. He said, man, I ain't got time on the wrong answer. Cam, you had your hand up? I got him. Oh, Ryan, you ready for this one? All right, there's Ryan. How many of y'all said Ryan got the right answer? How many of y'all said no? Okay, we got one. All right, let's see, what is it? Consolation. You were right. I said I was gonna do it to you now. Now, remember, it talked about for him how it got him into his glory. That's how he got his kabul. So that's what you look. His consolation is what. That's what we want to know. What was his consolation? Like when people win, they say. When people don't win, they say you get a consolation prize. People want to know, well, what's the prize? Because I did get up and I at least put forth the opportunity to try to win. So sometimes give you a consolation. So he need to know. For him, he knew what the prize was before he did it. That's how he got into his kabul, right? Through him suffering, because with his heart and him enduring, not giving away, that's how it actually we talked about how it moved him into getting his kabul, right? Let's see, what that right quick. Let's see right quick. That's so I already quote this. Let me so I can move. See if that what was that? We went from Romans right quick. So again, the last little bit of that, then we'll move on. All right. Patience, going through without giving away, and through consolation. That's Nakum. Nakum is consolation. We want to know what was the consolation. Y'all got it? It's one thing knowing what Nakum is, but then knowing the meaning, consolation, but what was his consolation? Y'all got it? That's what we kind of, not just knowing, we want to know, so what did he get, right? Of the kitabim, of the writings, we might have a cord, okay? I say attachment cord, something that connects us, okay? So what did you just turn to just then? 24, that's 24 Oriel, and what was that, 24, 22? Let me see what it was. Oriel, they call it Luke, 24, 24. Okay, which is gonna be, 22, 24. Okay. Let's say 24, 24. Listen.
And certain of them, which were with us, went to the Kabar.
Went to the tomb.
And found it even so as the Nashim had said. But him they saw not.
But they did not see him. Let's see what happened.
Then he said unto them, Alas, Kasar Da'at.
That's right. You who lack knowledge. That's right. Y'all see that? And?
Slow of law to among all that the Nabaim have spoken.
See that? That makes sense. So it makes sense when what you quoted in 24:44. These are the words that I spake with you while I was here with you. Because that's what, so you can see where it's a constant regurgitation of the same information. Because you can see they had already been taught it, but now he said was slow to believe it. So meaning something had to come along and give them evidence to get them to where they would be strengthened enough to say, now I believe. Y'all got it? Let's see what happened. All that the Nabim have spoken, Deber, let's say.
Ought not Mashiach to have suffered these things?
See that? Was it not necessary for the Mashiach to bear all these? See? And what we talked about he used to do then? See that? Because remember, it bear all things.
And to enter into his caboose.
So what we look at, him bearing all things is what brought him into his caboose.
Yeah.
That's right. That was his consolation. I'm looking at the caboose I'm gonna get. I'm looking at the glory, the accolades that I received from it. So that's my pride. That's what I was working for. Sometimes you get people doing things, they don't know why they're doing it. Even Shaul declared that we were not as one hands. That's right. He get a hand after he gave the answer. That's right. He beat the air. What's a person doing that beating the air? They're just doing something. He talked about so run so he could do what? Hands. No hands. You just give an answer. No. Huh? That's right. He said so he could obtain. That's so right. Some people you see some people say, why are you running? Oh, I just run. He said he didn't. He said I was running so I could obtain. So everything is kind of plan set to know what you're doing. That's like people, y'all coming here and watching them. A lot of people do this. This is just a routine for you. You're not actually trying to achieve nothing. There's got to be a point and purpose to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, what you do? You know what I mean? People I used to just run, they don't run no more because they want a purpose. I just like to run. To do what? What do you gain from it? I just running for me. Then you don't really have a purpose. You're just doing something. So when the right persuasion comes, time, age, boredom, what do? Keep running? You give up, you stop. So what we're trying to do while we're doing it is to have a purpose to it. Even the book said that everything that was a time, it's a purpose. Why would he tell you? Why would he tell you that everything there's a purpose? Huh? That was just like when he came down, when he saw Yuchanan. He forbade him, don't do. It's got to be done now. It's a purpose. There is a purpose. You know how many people quit and give up because they don't have a purpose? That's what I try to tell you about. You can't just keep going. We just kind of went through here nomads. We didn't really, you know how many people really don't have a purpose for what they're doing? They're just going. That's why they're going, man, I go start pay bills. Why? If you don't have a real purpose, eventually you die out from it. You never achieve anything. You know what I'm saying? You just can go through and just do something and you never really look at the importance of why you're doing it. Like you being saved, there is a purpose. Y'all got it? There's a purpose to this. But it's just some stuff out here, it's just no reasons. I assure you, everything has a reason. Just like it got a season. There's a reason, but we don't think about it like that. Y'all got it? The man told you that even the hairs on your head are numbered. He's that distinct for details. How many of y'all keep up? Do you not know every day your body excretes hair? Most of y'all don't know it. Yeah, you excrete. You will excrete hair. Can I borrow you for a second? You put your hands on. It mean you got to struggling? No, come on. Sit down. Pastor, can I borrow you for a minute? That man said, he said, I'm tired, Pastor. See, ain't no purpose. I would think put a hand. Come on, Pastor. Sometimes you can't use your own pastor. Come on and borrow one out. Come on. Here, come on. Put your hands on him. If me and you were struggling and actually right, do you know our body would excrete hair? Yeah, because of the stress. If me and him were actually touching, we're going to excrete hair. That's why when people get in these struggles, why do you think they're going looking for hair fibers? They look when they know it's a struggle, they already know what happened. That's why you'll get some people they'll put on a mask for a reason. They'll put on a ski mask to try to keep the hair from excreting because they know your body will excrete hair. And that hair be your evidence to lead and be in trouble. Don't worry about I know a little something about everything. I just don't tell everybody everything I know. Y'all know just a little bit. Now, the nigga who think they know everything I know, he be the 13th nigga. And he be the dumbest nigga on the planet. And they ask you why, who said it? Tell them because Ra said so. So now you can see why it was necessary. That means it was a purpose, okay? Just like us coming here, it's necessary. Y'all got it? And when you look, can we look up what the word necessary means, please? We don't just want to say words, we want to understand them. Y'all heard necessary, right? But we want to understand necessary. Okay? So when he tell us something necessary, we want to give more validity. We want to give more, what I'm going to say, basically understanding. We want to make sure that's something that we predicate to make sure that's our first. Necessary is required to be done. This is what necessary means. Required to be done, achieved, or present, needed, essential, necessary. That make a difference. Now this is an English definition. This is not our word, but just looking at this word, that makes a difference. Now, you know, people, think about it, Christian. You will hear people, oh, why they had to do my Jesus like that? Oh, God, they didn't have to do that to him. What did that tell you? They don't know it was required to be done. Achieved, you have to achieve that. That's you. Or present, needed, essential. Y'all got it? That makes a difference, doesn't it? When you told it was necessary, some people say, sometimes it might be done. You said, come on, man, was all that necessary? Sometimes jump overboard. So he said, come on, man, that wasn't even necessary. There's a lot of stuff you said, really, is that necessary? But this is required in order for us to achieve. It's essential. That makes a difference for us. Y'all got it? That makes a difference. When we start looking at things that we'll sit around people question, man, like you got to go all the time. Do you have to go all the time? No, it's necessary. It's necessary. Right quick for see if that's 11:25 or Abari. They call it Hebrew. Abari, they call Hebrews. I'm messing up bad now. They're gonna call it Ebru. Ring. Somebody put Abari. Let me see. 10. 10:25. Make it 10:24. Let's see. So that's something we'll probably start looking at necessary. Look, all right, listen.
And let us consider one another to provoke unto Ahab and to two works.
Let me read it. He said, and let us consider on one another to stir up us to Ahab and to two deeds. Y'all got it? He said, that's what we ought to consider. What would provoke to make you have Ahab? If I slap the piss out you? If I kick you? If I took money out your pocket? They don't need to be thinking about doing that. Why would it? According to this is going to be necessary. Why am I thinking on how I could piss him off? How I can get on his nerve when this is necessary. And it's a conjunction to what he just said. And let us consider ourselves on one another. You know, in the book teaches us to think every man on the things other than himself.
That's right.
Who we replicate? Shaul. Who you said? Shaul. Why you say Shaul? He said, forget the answer. You been shooting bad. I'm a crummy. Throw you out bad. You'd be one of the sharpest students. You don't catch that no more. Let it be your last time. Well, I'm answer bad. He said, forget the answer. You all right though? He's a star student. What you gonna say? Oh, hold on for me. You want to help him out? I don't think I asked for no preachers. Did I ask any preachers? Hold on. I got another member out here. Jahid, one of your members want to answer. The Greek, let him answer. I want to slap it. Y'all want to see two preachers fight? I cheat. You know what I do? I said I got to tie my shoe. I grab some dirt, throw it over the eye, and die. Man, I dive at that nigga like a bucket. Don't die. You die sideways in case you try to duck or move. You die sideways. Don't worry about it. What's the answer, Greg? Daoud. Why you said Daoud? Oh, yeah. He did say that. He had the right answer, Yahushua. But you're right, Daoud did do that. For when he talked, what he mentioned was Daoud, he numbered the people. He numbered them for war. And he didn't have war, he had shalom. And he wanted to put the people in the count. And he was a man of war. He always looked, I gotta always be ready to fight. That's the type of person he was. He was a man that was, just constantly a blood maker. He was a slaughterhouse. And when Daoud had done it, he realized he had angered Yahuwah, and Yahuwah was going to allow some things to happen. He asked him to choose 3 different punishments. And the 3 he gave him was famine, his enemy pursue him, or fall in Yahuwah's hand. He told him, let me fall in the hands of Yahuwah. He said, enemy were cruel. And Yahuwah allowed for a famine to come in, destruction on the people. And Daoud put himself, as Yahushua, he put himself between Elohim and the arm. And he told him, let it fall on him. He looked at the arm, he looked at, let it fall on him. That's how Daoud be his men. That's how Yahushua be his men. He looked at it. What should have fell on us didn't fall on us. It fell on him. That's why he told him, reproaching them that reproach thee.
Fell on me.
That's what he said, fell on me. As he looked at it, he wound up taking it himself. And these are the things that we always look back and we try to consider. But here, when he looked at considering the thing, consider on one another to stir up us to a harp and to these. And these are things, as simple as it sounds, these are things we don't really promote much here because we took a lot of things for granted. If we're going to be the adult congregation that he has actually summons for in his last time, what we say call for summons, these are things we kind of really look at. What can we do to motivate each other, to strengthen each other in a heart? What can we do to motivate and to put each other in a situation where your do tube works? Now, there are always people that are going to take advantage of that system. That's some people. I remember one time someone said, we have a meeting. I said, well, what can we do in these meetings so we can get more production? Maybe we can have a meeting while we ain't getting ran down. I said, no. See, you want too much already. Maybe we have a meeting, we ain't getting fussed. I said, we got to keep them meetings like that. That just keep you sharp. Isn't that right? That's how I want to keep you sharp. People might look and think I'm a mean person like that. I'm really not. You know what the type of person I am? It's kind of like my dad. I hated him most of my life, growing because I ain't understanding. But all he was really trying to do, he just didn't want to say nothing. He didn't want to say nothing. He didn't know how to say that, though. I'm scared if something happened to you. It will mess me up if something happened to you. So you don't say that. You just knock the piss out of you. That's how, you know what I'm saying? It just cuss you out. They ain't come. They wasn't cut to say, listen, if something happened to you, that thing will tear me up. It'll kill me. I don't want to lose you. You know what I'm saying? They don't say that stuff. They just did stuff, and you just look at the guy just hate me, I guess. Why else would he do that when the whole time? He just didn't know how to say, I love you. I just don't want to see nothing happen to you. Okay? And sometimes people don't look at it that way, but I'll see decisions that people make and decisions people making And I already see it's going to be bad for you. So I might fuss at you because I'm trying to keep you from going out there. And I tell y'all how hard it is, so it ain't nothing I don't tell you. So you should know that already. But it's the fact you can see people make decisions. You can see your decision making is piss poor, it's bad, and it's going to limit you. Let me tell you something. Your opportunity avail out here based on what you can do. That's how it works, what you can do. People do stuff for me because of what I can do. People don't just invest in it. It's what you can do. If you can't do nothing, go see who do something for you. Go out here and you can't do, go play little drummer boy. I can't do nothing. And see, oh, come on, we want to help. Then we can't do nothing for you. If you can't do nothing like that's how life works. Everybody feeds off of each other. Your body works together, feed. Let one of them stop producing. Let that arm, just go ahead, let that arm stop moving. Go ahead and start saying, you know what the body say? That's a waste of time trying to send strength over that arm. I wouldn't do it. We've been doing that, and it ain't working. You'll see it start to deplete. It start getting limp, the bone, everything. You know why? You ain't been working with us anyway. We're not getting nothing from you, so it makes no sense to give something to you. If anything we're going to give you, it's going to be bare minimum. Okay? You folks go ahead and be stupid. See if your body is dumb as you are, and see if it just start giving you stuff and it don't get nothing from it. It's not going to happen. That's how life works. Y'all got it? Things work and depend on each other. Y'all know it. Bees get pollen. For coming to get pollen, plants give them something. Bees, you think a bee know that it's sitting around here and being prostituted, flying pollen around his leg, like a horse showing his calf muscle? Ain't no bees not stupid. The plant offers it sweet nectar, and in exchange, I'm going to put some on you. And you're going to take this, and everywhere you go, you're going to pollinize. We're going to use each other. Everybody uses each other. See, you just got to know how the system works in order for you to be better at the system. The reason why you're terrible at the system because you don't know how the system works. You think people just waiting to give you something. It doesn't happen. Everything is interdependent. Y'all got it? We depend on each other. Y'all got it? Okay. So that's what we're looking at. And let us consider on one another to stir up us to a hob and to, you make Kool-Aid, lemonade, you put your lemon or your powder juice, whatever you're using, you got your water, and then you put your sugar. The sugar automatically just flows through there? What do you have to do? Stir it up. Stir it up. Agitate. That's what it's actually called. When y'all put some sweet sugar in something, and then you stir it up, it's called agitate. Like sometimes I'm messing, I just keep messing. You say, man, quit. They say, stop agitating him. Because that started you getting upset. You say, so it's like, you making me, so now he said, instead of doing this and agitating to get upset, how about you do something that'll promote and agitate them to a halt? And to make them want to do what's right. Too elementary for y'all. Come on, 25. And
not forsaking
that's
this,
conjunction.
the assembling of ourselves together,
as
the manner of some is.
As the custom of some. Manner, behavior, same thing, custom. There are people in here that's religiously like that. It don't make no difference about when they show. I mean, I'm down, I'm down. Ask me why I went at service Wednesday. Because I wasn't there. Come on, it ain't hard, I wasn't there. Ask me a stupid question. Because that's a custom. Some people have this as a custom. Manner, same thing, custom. Okay? As the manner of
some is.
Some people are. But
exhorting one another.
Which is encouraging one another. And
so much the more.
And the most as you see.
The Yom approaching.
That's why we're trying to do it. Otherwise, you're looking at why is it necessary for me to do that? Because we're trying to look at what we're trying to do so a person don't forsake. Because this is necessary for us to be here. That's right. It's necessary for us to do what we're doing. This is necessary. It's essential to us to do this. So if you start understanding why you're doing what you're doing, then you got more motivation to do what you're doing. But if you don't, then you just kind of, you can do stuff, creature habit. And people just do stuff habit. Go get up every morning and go to McDonald's. Why? I just get my coffee from McDonald's and sit there. It ain't necessary. It's doing something. They eventually fade off. A lot of people die without a real purpose. That's not our goal. We want to understand why we're doing what we're doing. We want to understand why we serve the way we serve. We want to understand the what it promotes for us. And First Timothy Barnabas, which is born of the Nabal, Barnabas, he talked about the word promoting something essential, wholesome. He said that's right, consent not. Wholesome by definition. You'll get cereal, they have commercial, they say it's a complete, wholesome part of a balanced breakfast. Notice they tell, how many of y'all, you don't see them commercial on with cereal like that? When I was growing up in the 70s, 80s, you saw a cereal commercial, they would have toast, they would have cereal, they would have orange juice and a glass of milk. Do y'all remember them commercials you think about? When last time you seen that? When they told you about the cereal, they'll say it promotes a wholesome part of a balanced breakfast. Y'all remember that? You see how they took that away? Now, you just give a kid cereal. But when we saw the commercial, it was always the cereal, a glass of milk, glass of orange juice, a toast order, and maybe something else with it. Because it's showing you, we're not saying that everything is in this cereal. We're saying this cereal combined with what you have makes it balanced. So if I just got the cereal, I'm like this. But see how they fade you? They told you something and let you know everything went here. Now, kid hungry, grab some cereal. The cereal came with milk. The cereal had orange juice. Cereal might have a banana. I might have grits beside or something. You're like, who eat all that? Because they're looking at everything you need is in each one of these things. Your vitamin C and antioxidants you need to get. Your vitamin D you need to get from milk that wasn't pasteurized, that will go and promote for strong bones. All these things balanced out together. Then you got your wheat, your bread, you got other things you get your stuff from, you know what I'm saying? All these things were promoting certain things. Then they turn right around and moved it from you and said, now I can just say you serious. So you don't pay attention. Now that nigga be number 14 of the dumbest nigga on the planet. That's be number 14 of the dumbest nigga. I done found every one of them niggas. They tried to hide, we found them. Only here on this broadcast you find the dumbest niggas on the planet. Isn't that right? So this is why it's important for us to understand how the word works. That's why you can't just take the Nabin, you got to take the Ketuvim, you got to take the writings. You got to take the Torah. You got to have it. Because all of them together is what promotes the balance. That's right. Y'all got it. So now he told her, because it's easy to piss each other off and irritate somebody. He said, well, promote them and provoke them to good works. Provoke them to a heart. And not forsaking the assembly together, as in the custom of some people are, but encouraging one another, and the most as you see that Yom approach. The more we see it's coming. Yes, sir. So why these people not where they need to be? We ain't talking about people got COVID, recovering from COVID. Why are these people not doing what they need to be and not doing what they need to do and being what they need to be? Why? Because the custom. Just like he told me they claim with the Christmas tree, he never talked about no Christmas tree. Christmas tree not in there. Boy, these folk came up with a Christmas tree. People already taking trees and decorating them. That's right. Everybody go there, read Jeremiah 10th chapter about the Christmas tree. See, you just the dumb, and you be number 15 of the dumbest nigga on the planet. Because you done sat here and just like them and done told a lie. They saying Christmas tree in the Bible, and you saying Christmas tree in the Bible, and the Christmas tree or idol in the Bible. Never told that, didn't have a Christmas tree. People already taking trees, putting lights on them. They already were doing light. People already set them up. Well, I'm saying not light, I'm sorry, decorating them. Okay? People already decorating trees in that manner. Okay? So that's an old custom. Now the people took it and gave it back to you and told you it was Christmas. Then told you it was the man's birthday. That's how they induce it. When you don't know, people say, more people believe it's their birthday than they don't. The lie bigger believe than the truth. You'll waste time trying to prove them people showing it never happened. We never had them. That's why he told her the custom of the old people were vain. Y'all got it. Jeremiah who wrote us, you ain't gonna believe it. We were not in Jerusalem. When Jeremiah who wrote about a concern that, we was in Babylon. This was one of their deity, their custom. These folks didn't know what they be doing. They been around the criminal tree in the Bible. I don't know where you got that from. But we bad for reciting stuff we hear and don't think. Y'all got it? The behavior has always been when people practice. Most of these folks and these deities, they just keep passing them around. No, they're not new. They all the same deities. They just change the name on them. That's all. That's all these people do. They change the name and you go back and give it to them again. People say they don't eat something, you change the name of it and you change the look at it and get it right back to them. That's what it was. Whole time. Yeah, how many people ask you, hey, you ever ate something? You said, and they gave it to you and ate it. They said, you just ate it. Then, how many, guess where they got it from? These people right here. I already know you ain't gonna eat it. I say, man, there goes some possum fat. How many of y'all want it? So I'm gonna tell you something, there's some lamb meat. And you gonna pop down, how many of y'all eat lamb? You gonna jump on that lamb meat. I ask you, do you eat possum? What you gonna say? I'm gonna say you're a liar, you just ate it. What y'all think what our president did all the time? That's how he induced you. This is the same crime that Balaam did to us. He got us to sit down to eat, and we ate of their zabak, of their sacrifice. We sat and eat these people, a lot of stuff with these people's sacrifices. That's why it's dangerous. It's dangerous just sit and to do. Let's look at something right quick. See a cuff 4 and 1. Let's look at something. I'll try to get y'all finished up. Y'all don't want to hear me up here long. Olive cuff, 1 Peter they call it. Olive cuff. So something here. 4 and 1. This is Welcome Back Carter. We should have played Welcome Back Carter for him. I have my young people, my kids, they'd be more excited about coming here than y'all would be. So when you're looking at it, you getting words of life. Y'all getting understandable. When we y'all age, one about taking no time trying to tell us nothing trying to do for you. Whatever they taught you in Sunday, you get up here and recite that stuff and get it wrong. Clap for them anyway, y'all. That's how they have to clap them.
Yep.
Can't clap you gonna make no fool out yourself. That's crazy. I ain't never, a lot of stuff folk done did I wouldn't do. I remember one time Adam was in school, elementary. She didn't pass her test. They said she'd go to summer school. The graduate had to go to 5th grade. When you go to 5th grade, the middle school? Going to 6th grade, and she didn't pass her test for last day of school. They said, well, she can go ahead and she can graduate. They said she can graduate and just go summer school and take it. I said, I got in the car, told her, I said, you didn't pass your class to graduate. I said, you're not going up on that stage. I told her, you don't understand now. I said, it ain't fair, it ain't right. And I ain't finna sit up like no fool. Hell, you sit up on no stage, you ain't earn it. I told her she wasn't done. I'm like, well, they said she. I said, I don't care what they said. I know and she know it ain't fair. She went to some school, she did it. But it's the fact I knew. And I wasn't finna raise you to be faking folk, be no lie. You didn't earn that, you didn't do it, and you don't have no business up there. And I said no, and that's how it went. And she might hate me the rest of her life for it. I don't give a flying flip at the end of the day. I try to teach integrity. I said, it ain't fair. I said, them kids, they're going to be up there. Them kids earn that. I said, let them do that. You go and do what you need to do. I explained it to her. She said she got it. I know she probably she's a kid. But one thing she go back and look at, she said, my daddy stood for something. I know a lot of y'all, well, come on, they don't need to know. Don't worry about it. This is the problem with us. I was bad for that. We build so many false narratives about ourselves. And you just keep going, and it keep festering, and you become this adult that you this habitual liar, you this faker the whole life, and you never become the person you actually become. It ain't about being better than everybody. It ain't about being on a place. It's the fact that you can be comfortable with yourself, and you have integrity for yourself. It ain't about other people all the time. A lot of stuff I tell I ain't understand about my dad. Like I said, it was just stupid to me. But then as I got older, you realize he looked at that's just what he wanted to do. He didn't have to do it because somebody offered to him. Like, just because somebody offered something, hey, you hungry? You want something to eat? I was a kid. Yes, even if I wasn't hungry, yes. They offered me something. Yes, I want. You're a kid. Who says no?
True.
Let me tell you, call folk offer you something. You don't have to take it. I was trying to figure out, that's dumb, but they offered it to you. They tried to teach. Because when I was a child, how you think? How you reason? When you become a man, no thank you. No thank you. I got an aunt, I go to her house. I go on and she said, have some. I said, no thank you. I don't even sit down. I just come drop some money and leave. I'm not sitting down. It's dogging out. I'm not sitting down. I'm not sitting down. You want something? No, ma'am. I want nothing. I'm not eating nothing out of him. I'd rather throw up in my own stomach and eat it again before I eat anything out of him. I just brushed him. That's the truth. I'm not doing no stuff like that. No, I learned better. You can't eat from everywhere. You just tell me no thank you and keep moving. Be fine. Isn't that right? That's just it. Certain stuff you got to do. Listen, as y'all shape and as you get older as a person, time going to teach you a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I tell you, I'm going to get over time. Y'all say, oh, man, makes sense what he's saying. Because at the end of the day, you want integrity. Integrity going to beat all this other stuff out of him. This stuff people got gold, money, car, fame for it. You ain't got nothing to tell you. That stuff not going to help you. Look at like Antonio Brown. Folks saying, now just using him for instance. People saying, he had a right to do what he did. But in the way he did it, he like a damn fool. Now, he can explain it, folks, and it might make sense to you, but you can't explain you pulling your clothes off and jump around doing jumping jacks on that field. That would tell you, it'll make sense you just walked off and told him to kiss yo and kept it going. Yeah. I'm not doing no jumping jack for this, man. I'm going to keep going. Now, if you come back, even though the team gets you, you show you still want to be here, and we can do it to you again. Yeah. See, if you're going to walk off right and let him have it. Like that, what that player, he walked out during the game. One time, he with that tackle, he said, man, listen, he was the line, he hit, that joker said, that joker went to law and wrote a letter. Then he went, listen, before halftime, wrote a letter. He said, I thought about it. He said, when I made that tackle, I said, what am I doing? Why am I still out here? He left, told him guy, take care, he was gone. I don't respect him. He done left and just quit on that man. Said, he realized something. This is my life. I hit it, I realized my body, why am I still doing it? I done that long, I should have been done with this stuff. Gone, left him a 9 note and kept him. And you see him come out, yeah, I try to come back one more season. See, you hurt yourself. Take a stand. Even sometimes it burn you. You hate the stand you made. Stand behind your judgment. That's your call. That you ain't gonna lose that, but you come back in front of the white folk and do that, they're not gonna take you back unless you're gonna have to do something. That's how, and all they do, they keep demeaning you every time. You don't realize somebody who watch you who might say, I respect your move, gonna look back and say, I know that nigga sold out. The white, they're gonna make sure he gonna do it. See, that's why I tell people, this is what happened, and I'm just his friend, all them dummies. I'm tell you why. Because if you smart, you tell a person, you making a bad decision on a lot of stuff you do. If you don't take it, at least you're being told somebody's trying to offer you a friend. This how, if you're a friend, I can't get none of the crowd of you, then I don't know why I mean you friend. Because it don't make sense. If I keep telling you something, I don't want to surround, because they're going to associate me with you. They'll say, oh, here's a dummy. What kind of friends can a dummy have? That be the 16th dumbest nigga on the planet. You don't do that at some time. You don't waste your time. I'm telling you, you don't waste your life running around people, man, trying to appease people. You, at the end of the day, you have to be good with you and your decisions you make. How people view you and how people look at you can affect you for the rest of your life. How people gonna treat you? Listen, it's things you can do. You'll go back and you ask a lot of people who make decisions, rash, big decisions from a lot, and will go back and tell you, when I rethink what I've done, if I could have done that day over, it's some stuff you can't get back. That's why we got to get our people, embrace them, and get them and teach them. Think before you react. Because a lot of your decisions are going to hurt you later. Because when them guys leave, most of them guys are dummies. They're not going to be able to do nothing productive out on the street. They're not going to be able to do no business. The only business they did was there. Somebody called on their age, hey, somebody wants you to wear these drawers. Got it. You're not a business man. The folk want you to wear these drawers, okay? This not business. You're really not smart as you think, y'all. These folk and your agent playing, they all going to get paid off of you, okay? Most of these guys wear out, tie out, and they gone, and they burn out, and they ain't nobody. You out in the bushes somewhere. Very few of these guys are real business men. Just like Charles Barkley said, Michael Jordan taught him how to do business. Most of these guys ain't no business men. They just sit around. They getting paid to sit out here and the folk making more money than you on the field. They making good money, but they not smart. They're not thinking about their health. They're not thinking about their welfare. And a lot of them not thinking of their future. Because anytime you think you're going to play forever, you already a diamond. It's unfortunate people leave him out there and they make a fool out of himself. Because real friends are stopping and trying to tell you don't want to take it. I ain't got to go time to waste with you. That's you. Take it and keep doing what you're doing. But I won't fool with you because you're a waste of time. You killing yourself. Where these guys could be more productive, they could build up a real future for themselves and they can help other people along. A lot of these guys are selfish because they're getting it, they're looking at themselves, and them white folk cut them off and burn them. Then they run to everybody out there know, man, you know, you right, them crackers. Man, get out my face, nigga. You worse than them crackers. Because they heard you. White folks show you. It ain't the white folk. We the detriment. These niggas make enough money to feed a whole neighborhood. Take care. I'm trying to put a whole community on. A city. They F it up, mess up, waste the money in court, wasting money in frivolous lawsuit, wasting money just being stupid, doing stupid stuff like Chad Ogle. Your name Chad. This man ain't no enchilada. These niggas not Mexican. Every time he got dumber and dumber. Chad ride bull. Chad drive car. Chad ain't got a job. You can't keep playing. White folk run. They keep thinking, I just do this stuff, do this stuff. White folk let you wear yourself out. Yep. All the money they gave you, you get right back to them. Yep. Legal fees. Yep. Fines. Yep. They talk like that, throwing that stuff. They $350,000 off of that. Man, they know how to throw it out of ran, caught it before it landed. Whoop, and let it fall back on my. Man, ain't waiting no $350,000 with y'all. There ain't no money. These niggas don't count their money. These niggas' lifestyle are too extravagant for what they make. They put themselves in the more debt, and the people around them hurt them. People around them telling their personal business. People around them sticking them and stealing from them. People around them making a fool out of them, and then giving stuff to tabloid to mess them up. By the time they get through, the nigga mentally wrecked. I said, man, these guys don't care nothing about these guys. Tell these guys the truth. I done tried to help several of these jokers try to talk to them. Make some of the dumbest decisions you could. Oh my goodness. They get so hurt. Listen, and they'll player cut me off. They'll just cut me off. They don't like what I tell them. Not one of them. They don't have one of them that can tell you I've compromised with them. That I made no deals with them to tell them their lifestyle was all right. Not one of them. They'll cut me off. They stop talking, changing them, whatever you want to do. I have my integrity at the end of the day. Now, one of them, you know what another one can't tell you? I asked to borrow no money. I asked them to give me no money. Not one of them. Not one of them. Not a dime of my own man. I refuse to be handled and controlled by these people's system. I'd rather take the little pennies I rubbed together and get them and keep my integrity at night. If I'm going to let you put something in my mouth and you're not finna have my butt cheek open like this like a fish hook need to go in it. That's right. We're not doing it. Right. Be your own person. At the end of the night, you can sleep and get. I go somewhere and look and say, oh, they finna bust me. Expose me, ain't got no integrity. I got integrity. That's right. Y'all got folk might not like what I tell them, but I tell them the truth. All right, this 4 and 1. Cough. Listen.
For as much then as Mashiach has suffered for us in the Basar,
I can't imagine what he'd do. Yes.
Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
Same purpose. That's amazing that we come. Therefore, since the Mashiach has suffered for you, and that make a little difference. You saying you, because that make it more personal. I say y'all, but I say suffer for you. So this is for a person to take it individual thing for themselves. A lot of times we try to just think as a whole, but we need to break it down and make it more personal. He did it for you. Because a lot of people feel like, for us, I mean, just start handling. They say, oh, I just got one because I was there. No, this was an individual feat that he made for everybody. He included, it wasn't no whoever is, whoever want. No. It was purpose and designated just for you. That makes a difference. That's why I'm dedicated. This you, he talking to me. How many of y'all he talking to y'all? He said you. He talking to me. So he did. Now he want me in his basar. That's why he couldn't be spirit. Cause where I'm gonna suffer at? So it don't make sense to come tell me he suffered me in no spirit, because I ain't no spirit. I'm a man. I'm in the flesh. So I need to know where he suffered at in the flesh. Yes, you are armed also with the same purpose. So it's necessary. It's necessary for you to think like that. It's not optional. It's necessary. It's very necessary you do it because of the fact that he did it in the flesh. See that? It will purpose that way. You know how many times people have quit and gave up because they look at, I can't put myself on that man level. I'm not him. You're not. He didn't want you to be him. He wants you to replicate the behavior, to show you that you had the ability to do it. And you know how he did it? He provoked us into doing this. What he did provoked me to want to do this instead of what I was doing. So when he talking about encouraging one another, that's what he encouraged me to do. I ain't never seen myself able to do this. I never thought I could, no. Never thought I'd ever be able to, no. Not possible. Especially you had in the conversation saying, ask Jesus. That just killed it. Because I wasn't Jesus. There's no way I could be Jesus. Ain't no use of trying to put yourself in us because he's the Son of God. He all power, all everything. But now he just told me to arm myself because he did it for me. That yes, I am to arm myself, and I should have the same purpose. Let's see why. What's the purpose? Why would I have this purpose, suffering in the basar? Because he who has suffered in the basar has from
The top.
Let me ask y'all a question. Why did Yahushua die? Say it louder. Because of the Kataim, the sin. See, they got it. Because of the Kataim. Now, why did he die again? For our Kata. Why did he die again? What y'all doing? Y'all can hear me? Why did he die? For our Kata. What did he do for our Kata? Move, died, suffer. And he's suffering now. So in the fact that he died for it, he ceased. It no longer had that control. It no longer had that bearing on him. It's done. So this is what we got to do. Because if you learn how to suffer in the Basar, that's how you cease from Kata. How does suffering work for us? He had, the will for him was not to commit sin, but it would have became sin. So it would, in a sense, be sin. For him not to fulfill the necessary purpose. That would have been sin, Kata. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. Because he told Yuchanan, it behooves us to complete everything right. This would be Kata. Y'all got it? So he suffered the fact that I don't want to do this. But because it was necessary, he did it. So he was in an embattlement, struggle. Y'all got it? With right in the flesh. Y'all got it? So he conquered it. That's why he was able to get up and tell the grave, where's your strength? Move, where was your stain? Death got a stain. Y'all know that? Hello? Y'all ever had a stain you couldn't get out? And whoever had a stain in something, shirt or pant, whatever, couldn't get it out, stain, permanent stain. That's what death, how you get death out? It's a stain. Y'all understand that? A stain, it's a mark you don't get out. Y'all got it? So it's equivalent to, similar to a stain. By him resisting his will of what the flesh wanted against what was necessary, which was a mark commanded by Yahuwah, that's how he suffered in the flesh. Not him just going up on the two. Come on. I can take any nigga in here and put him in two, start beating him and spit on him. I'm Mr. You suffer like that. We talking about resisting your own will. That's why he tell you to do it in the flesh, resisting your own will. When Koa was hungry, she fought for a while. But then when it was suggested and recommended, kind of told to her about a recipe she could make up right quick, like one of them hamburger helper meal, you can throw it together right quick. Grab it right there. Convenience. What did she do? She didn't suffer in the flesh. See that? She festered sin. Look where we at now with Kata. Kataim started one. These folks talking about I didn't just have one. No, it will continue. Look where we at. Because of the Kata of one man, what all sin I done committed? Name them out. Which one? How many? How we get him? You know what a nigga say? I ain't got but one. Nigga, that's all it take. You'll fester more. That's why he talked about if a person will suffer in his basar, he can actually cut off kataim. He can stop sinning. Once he understands it's necessary for him to do what's a mark, once he understands it's an embattlement with myself, people are, I just got to put it on the cross. Nigga walking all downtown with a cross. I wish I catch a nigga. Let me catch a nigga down. I'm going to stop my truck. I said, you want to play, don't you? You don't know what you're doing. Because that's not our real fight. Our real fight is ourselves. Our own selves. This got a desire in him. It's got an appetite. Whole nigga, drugs, everything. Disobedient, Sunday worship, pork chop, ribs, and shrimp. You know, everything. That's my appetite. So now we got to constrain that appetite by getting it to understand what's necessary, like to suffer. Because the goal is to be saved. You can't be saved when you're in sin. You can't be saved in sin. That's the first thing people got to. You cannot be saved in sin. That makes no sense. A person has to cease from it. Y'all got it? Basically, you got to do what a person do that dies. You got to put the D in front of it. You got to decease. When a person deceased, they coming back. Talking about hold my seat, I'm finna die. Hey man, that seat gone. That man show you when a person die, that man wife, and you know how many folks talking about something. Even though my wife dead, I'm still married. My wife dead, I'm getting married. And my 2 minutes start, I'm real soon too. I ain't gonna be trying to sit on these pews sweating. I'm going that single meeting, I'm telling y'all now, I'm coming up out of quick. I'm not finna be in there, and how old are you, Alex? 10. My wife moved today. Me and you will not be in no single meeting together. I'm gonna be like, Billy Lee, I got mine. I'm being that married meeting. I can't be sitting, if that 2 minutes going, I can't be sitting there holding out like that. So I in the cold sweating the DTs, sitting there, got to put my Bible across my pants. Get up right, go to bed, something like this here. Put my Bible across my pants. No, sir. I know what your Bible supposed to be used for. That already gone. Huh? Somebody done got hit. Now he came up with that song, huh? Me and your baby. That come on, baby. No, I'm just telling you, that means, because you know what, and that's what people look at. Because and let me say this. I couldn't get married again fast because y'all holler I had my eyes on somebody. I got to suffer and wait 3 weeks because niggas be talking. It ain't bad. Nigga, I can't do that stuff. Y'all niggas do. These niggas hold me to stuff. I got to sit and hold on 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Some DT shaking on the front row. Because he done got married too fast. He already was looking. But no. And what that shows us and teach us, you disconnected from him. A person can lawfully get, because he let them know, you're not coming back here. That's how serious moot is. Nobody holding no bedside for you. Nobody holding no seat for you. Nobody holding no house for you. Nobody holding no car for you. You out of him. And your connection to this is, you unattached to this. And to show the unattachment, Yahushua even gave away his aim. He said, look, keep it till I come. I'm unattached. He was trying to teach you, you have to unattach. And we have to learn how to do that while you in the bazaar. He said, the time coming and remain that he that hath a shah be as though he don't even have one. That's tight. Can you imagine emulating that? Now, if people, her and my wife died, I see her to one lady, she got on, I don't know, my phone popped these folks out. Tell me, I sit out here and said my husband died, who I married to for 37 years, and ain't but 5 people say something. They were like, listen, lady, if you want some pity, you need to go somewhere. These folks, this social media. Oh, yeah, there's some folks, they were white ladies. Ain't them white folk care. Niggas don't be caring about that stuff. We all help you, you know. So white folk do all that talk. They like, private message me if you want somebody to be there. Or like, I cry every day. Listen, if folk, you got to move on. I'm telling you, when stuff happens, he's trying to teach you how you have to be able to disconnect. See, you know what this teach you too? When people die, no matter how much harm you put in people, love, affection, care, no matter how much money you spend on people, people still die, people still live. So you know that teach you how much you gonna put in it. How much you gonna put in it? Who gonna go get a car? They finna repossess it. They looking for it right now. Y'all got it. They looking to pick it up. Who finna go put rims on it? And get a rag top. Put a system in there with 4 amps. Why wouldn't you do that? That's right, it's finna be gone. That's how you gotta be when it comes to people. Every one of us in repossession. What y'all think Yahuwah doing? He repossessing. That's his. When you move, what do you think that it's going back to him? The ruach going back to him. When you talking about no ruach hakadah, your ruach, you consist of body, a nefesh, and you also consist of the ruach. He said when you move, that's coming back. That's repossessed. That's mine. So the man on repossession. So how much you really need to put in yourself? Because y'all guys look like that was just a dumb idea to put them rims on that car in repossession. How many of y'all thought it was a pretty dumb idea? Well, I'm going to tell you on behalf of the one that think that, I think you pretty dumb too that you putting all this in yourself. You in repossession. Why y'all think y'all dying? The man done put repossession papers out on you. It's just a matter when you get caught. And your life, a vapor of smoke, how long does a vapor of smoke stay? Quick. I got everything on myself and in myself. That was to teach us. Listen, the only way to get man to unravel his real heart, love, desire for himself and his existence is to show him just how feeble his life really is. How easy it be taken. If people, you know, you like, man, I was just right there. And that it could have been me. All those events just teach you your life is that simple. It happens that fast. You be a fool to put everything you got in you. But you think it's a bad idea to put them rims in that system. Y'all was pretty good with that, pretty bad. I knew that swirl paint job, that bowling ball paint job on that car, that ain't a good idea either. Seriously? That $8,000 paint job? Why not? But hold on for it. So how do you get this raveled and wrapped in yourself? See, that's where we're gonna fall short at. The fact that we got this much logic when it comes to that repossession. And we were thinking anybody else do it would be pretty, what would you say? Stupid. That would make us the 16th dumbest nigga on the planet. The dumbest niggas on the planet. The fact that we think that nigga stupid and how we'll fight and resist this man's will, and you don't realize you in repossession. It's just a matter of time I'm gonna catch you. Think about when the man came. The man had to know his time was limited. Well, he looked at, why am I gonna get all this what you got? I'm not finna be here that long. He looked at, I'm not finna be here that long. So it don't make sense. He was simply be like he would have came down with a mindset, oh, I see some people like in Miss Raheem. Which event? Hand. Which event you think? Come on, what you gonna say? All right, Bishop, which one? Provoke. Tell them why Provoke. Didn't even have time to put yeast in the bread. That's the only reason we commemorate it. That ain't why you thinking. It wasn't because it was a Qatar. It was because, first of all, you ain't got time. You know how I like my bread? I like my bread tall. You can make them simple. It's gonna take too much time. I'm gonna tell you how I like to eat. When I get home, woo, take them shoes off. He said, put them on. You're not gonna have time. You finna be getting right out of him. You know, you come straight in, man, you got your key. When I walk in the house, they know I do. I tell him, I throw my keys down. That man said, get them keys, put that stuff on. Matter of fact, eat with them keys in your hand. And you trying to figure for what? You leaving now. That's why we commemorated why we don't put the yeast. It was because they didn't have time. It wasn't because it was Qatar to them, and to commemorate it didn't make sense for say, we're going to commemorate, but we're going to put yeast in it. Then you're not understanding. Time didn't allow it. To be able to put stuff down and put stuff up. Everything they do, they had to do it right there. Just like when Malcolm y'all them built the wall. You know they could have probably built just a little better and cleaner if it wasn't for that sword. But you in for the fight of your life while you work. All this was synonymous for us to think. This is the war that you entangled in. That you really don't have time for a lot of stuff you're doing. Everything we try to do now, allowing him, that he said that you will be found worthy to, say it louder, inherit let him finish, let him inherit the, back to me because it should have probably been me the first time. He said he wanted you to allow that you be found worthy to escape. Mimicking who? Which means every one of us ain't gonna be destroyed when they come. He tells you that. Allow that you'll be found worthy to escape it. See, that's why I'm working to do what I try to do, because I'm trying to work on some things. We got to get out of here. They already had in their mind everybody was gonna die and mess up because they don't listen, they don't pay attention. It don't make sense. No more than it made sense that Luke would have died with them too. We all here, we all got to die, huh? Don't make sense, because Luke never counted word to escape. Somebody he gonna count word to escape. That's what we're working on. But these are people gonna have to be minded. What did he do with his wife? Remember how he ran back there and grabbed that salt? To get an arm fist, so I just to remember. Look back, it means just look back, so I'm gone. So what mindset you think he had when he had a wife? And when we went back and read the writing when he talked about them, they went, remember how they got married? Where he met at? First place they kissed? How he stroked her hair? Y'all remember that story? What wife? That man looking out, I'm trying to escape from my life. That man told her, and look, and you know what? This is what you look at, what people mess up, people throw away their membership, throw away everything for them. That man told him, escape for your life. That make a difference. He done told me escape for a life, just escape. They already know why. That's why I can't, because it's for my life. Now I'm going to lose my life. This is her choice. Escape for your life. So you got that make a difference. The man was lingering. They told you he did just like we do. That's how we know they were black. Niggas procrastinate. Get my tools. I didn't get there right in them glasses. Cause that sun, I know the other side of that mountain, that sun, he got 4 or 5 shades. Niggas play around, mess around. That man, listen, why ain't niggas put hands on it? They gotta go. Whatever you got. So what do you think this did for the mentality of Yahushua when he came? I gotta be ready. I don't know when he gonna come grab me. You know right? I gotta be ready today. So it don't make sense to get emboldened in all this stuff. It don't make sense to get embarked on. The man comes snap me at any time. He knew it lay hands on her. We learned that when it came down to Yosef. When she sat there and she cried out, and that joker sat there, what she did? She grabbed his garment, didn't she? And what did he do? You know what he said? No, I gotta have these clothes. I'm not finna, but guess what? We in jail. We sit in prison right now, sitting beside Bill Cosby. Nigga throwing hot dogs at him. Because we trying to hold on these clothes. I'll use an example. You saying because most of our existence in what we wear and what we drive. So we tell me, I'm not finna let this church get told, you know what I paid for this. That man looked at them folks come here and catch me with this one, they gonna kill me. My life more important than them clothes. That's how Yahushua served. Now, so for much did he suffered for us in the Basar. Now he said, arm yourself likewise. What that was? Where he get his mind from? Now where you get your mind from? Look at all the people he had to look at that could just depart and separate from. That could just be willing to let go and move. Come on, people willing to die. If you really look at it, even with him, very notable, very noble. Please don't think it not. The fact that this man gave up his Kai. But we got a man in the 10th chapter of the book, 11th chapter of the book of Shaphatim. When his daughter found out, she ain't wasting no time herself. She was selfish to be so. Just let me just go and just Tahalim me being a Bethula. Her virgin, that was it. Her father had just told him, said, listen, I come back from doing it, the first one come out my house is the one I was about to Yahuwah. And it happened to be his bar. And that thing broke him. That man, I wouldn't count on, I figured one of my servants would walk out. Probably one of the other niggas from another video had popped off in my house. Let one of them walk out. There was his bar. And she let him know, don't let that thing grieve you. You gave it to Yahuwah, then let it be. So it's necessary.
That's right.
There couldn't be no other. Listen, this wasn't an issue where there's a ram in the bush, you the ram.
That's right.
That's how we serve. Before I give my life up, you know what? God, my God, have a ram in the bush. He said, ain't no ram in no bush. You that ram, nigga. See, that's how we want to serve. We all live with it. Wasn't no ram in no bush for her. See, he had all these people to emulate. That she actually gave herself up. She ain't trying to fight it. She ain't talking about, when she told you, think not I can pull out of my father. She ain't quote none of that. Oh, that's a bitter cup. If you done told Yahuwah that you were going to dedicate it, and on the first one, let it be done. That's why he could do what he did. He followed a protocol that we can do. But you got to have understanding. That's why we're here. You just read this. For much that the Messiah has suffered for us in the flesh, so arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. Nigga, you finna sin. You sinning while I'm talking. Because it don't work like that. What mind did he have? These are the questions you gotta have. What mind did he have? How many of y'all see Bruce Lee do moves on a movie you can go do them? What you gotta have? Well, the same teacher he had that taught him how to do it. Ray said, I'm thinking I can do it. But you don't do everything Bruce Lee did. You might holler, wow, that'd be it. Bruce put himself, but it was his training. It was other things he was willing to do and to sacrifice and also to integrate. You're not willing to suffer, you're not willing to integrate. Then you can't look to emulate. Now that could be a ball. Drinks on me. How about that one? That's it. You like that? Yeah. Let him use it. Let him use it. Let him use it. So that's what I'm saying? Huh? Now the bartender say, and I still serve you. Huh? You like that? Oh, that's another one. That's another one. Where the Yahudim at? Where the Yahudim at? So these are the things that we have to actually look at. When you just say, arm yourself like with the same mind, where did he get them? He said, because this is how we think. He came from heaven. So in heaven, it didn't matter what he was taught in heaven, what he was given in heaven, if they called it. We just use it. We want to get in the word argument. It's the fact that once you get in him, that changed everything. That changed everything. You had folks, man, I get a game. 15 tackles, get in there. That joker ain't touching nobody. All the plays. When y'all went to practice, you go with touchdown. Then practice. In the game, the ball didn't come over to you. They said, man, do my cover. Wasn't no break. I couldn't even throw to you. But practice looked good. Just like with him. When you get here in the literal game, that's a big difference. So he taught us how to game play. Like I said, put on your game face. Put on your game face. That's what you got to be willing to do. But he armed himself. Looking at, there were people that were forerunners in the flesh. He was here before in the Ruach. He ain't been here in no flesh. So you got to look at the forerunner. Why would he tell me whatsoever was written before time? You want to just tell me Jesus. Tell me Yahushua. Because there were writings of other people. He already know how I'm going to think. He know how you going to think. Who going to put themselves? Yahushua, me and Yahushua. Who's doing this? That's going to be the 17th dumbest nigga on the planet, and he actually going to be number one in front of California. Because now we have to sit back and look at how you look at things. So it was important and necessary that other people who were in the flesh that didn't come from Shamayim actually did it. That's right. Actually did it. That's what gave me the empowerment. That's what gave me the mindset to do it. I'm just gonna do it because he did it. That's a lot of things my mind gonna just put in. It's because my mind say, you ain't him. Come on, man. He the son of Elohim. He had favor. He had power. What power you got? All this is what you're gonna use. You don't have to have, like, people look at all the Naba'im. That's why people faint. Because of what they were able to do, what they performed. Command fire to come. Bears eat up these kids. All these different things. They do. Who does that? Who around here does that? Who can do that? Then he get a man like you who did absolutely nothing. But he burst and told people about this coming. Said, ain't nobody you had come down here been better than him. You talking about I come down from the top of the mountain, 2 big heavy rocks in my hand. Who that dude is? Who is this guy y'all talking about? I done brought all these, I went up here, face done chain. Snake, pick up stick, snake! Pick it up, snake. Stab, pick it up, same thing. Now you run around here, you done all this stuff, and you telling some man coming on, he ain't picked up no stick, this man ain't went here and turned no water red, this man ain't split no water, this man ain't did none of this stuff, Say that man here, say, ain't nobody been born to no woman been better than him. Except the least person is Shamaim. He said, ain't nobody. Nobody. And you know what the book talk about? Say he did absolutely no signs, no miracles. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saved, you ought to be able to do a miracle. Because people going to push you that. Then now, why you think all these people in the church telling lies? Because you got to have evidence, so act like you speak in tongues. Yeah. Act like you see, oh, I see 900,000 years from now. Something. Who going to be here to testify this stuff? He a prophet. You how he call it? 9 what? The nigga is a lunatic. And you crazy for listening to him. It's the life he lived that line and measure up with the instruction, the Torah. That's what makes us lining and interline ourselves with the Torah. When people see people do stuff that's miraculous, outside the norm, who put themselves on that level? They say Hussein Bolt, the fastest man in the world. Who walking around? I'm Hussein Bolt. Most guys say, I'm putting no, I can run, but I ain't like that. That man now, he got a gift. That man. So people tend to minimalize what they do. You got what I'm saying? Or their ability. That's what they do when you look at the Naveen. That's what they do when you look at Yahushua. Then you got a man like Yuchanan that come along. All he did is say, I'm just making a straight path. That's all I'm doing, making a straight path for him. I'm just preparing the way for the man. I'm just proclaiming the man coming. I'm proclaiming to the people, repenting the turn. He said, ain't nobody you got been born no woman better than this man right here. This is inside the scope of your ability. You can live. So, well, I ain't a big talker. I don't need a big talk. He needs some livers. He told him this time, he said, you can always eat or drink with him. He said, he didn't eat or drink with him. He let him know he didn't eat or drink. He told him, man, he said, that man right there, y'all didn't know who y'all got on the scene right now. He's somebody, he ought to be able to do something. Make the clouds come up. Before always looking for them, they ain't gonna change nothing. In the book of Kazun, he talked about the folk coming in the third chapter and working signs. And they're gonna be able to command fire to come down from Shami, all this stuff. People always gonna. This how people being flabbergasted. People being made a fool of. See, we come into a consciousness and a reality of it's about us making sure our lives line up with what he told us. That's simple. That's right. That mind he had, you ain't got to go to Shami to get it. It's right. He said very nice here. Right. We can go through and pull up attributes, things that people actually did. Every one of us in here struggle with something different in the flesh. Everybody struggle with it. Everybody in here struggle. And a personal plan don't struggle. People tell like everybody struggling with something. You got to. Why would you tell me you don't cease? Because you every time, if it ain't one, guess what? When you defeat one, another thing will come. They ain't never, when I get over this, get ready for the next one. Get ready for the next one. You still got another feat. There's always more than one hurdle. So you learn how, listen, every one of them should get you better for the next challenge that you come up to. And should build your confidence. I got through this one. I overcame that one. This come, I'll fight. I'll repeat the same actions. One thing we got to have is what? A heart. That's right, a heart. We got to have it. So we can get the kabul. Then we got to have understanding. Because you don't have understanding, some other things are coming and look rational. How you think Ka'u sat around and she ate that? She ain't had no understanding. It's simple. You had no understanding. Because he clearly touched it and he told her don't touch it, don't eat it, neither shall we. Everything that gets you close to in violation, he kept you from. It been done. He said don't eat it. He ain't said we can't touch it. I remember one time my granddad, he had went to the doctor, he had diabetes, and my dad, he was about 70, 80, about 80 something, I thought about 79 back then. He went to the doctor, and the doctor had told him about eating candy. Couldn't eat no more candy. My granddad was sitting there, he had that candy. He said, Granddad, they said, doctor told you can't eat no candy. He said, Doctor, I can't eat. He said, I couldn't eat no peppermint. Now, the old folks will tell you that. Even in church, old people always, peppermint is church candy. They said, there ain't no candy. You can't have no candy. They said, oh, peppermint. Is that for your breath? It's candy. That'd be our logic. That's the logic. He don't understand them. He's looking at candy, red or green, and sugar. Peppermint got sugar in it too. But see, that's what we don't want to do, admit something. That's how Kahua thought. And she thought she was good because he came back and rationalized something. But he taught you the detriment of it. It was so dangerous. Eating it put you in violation and touching it. I don't even want to get, so folks, that's why he told you, when people say, you know what, man, the other day, man, this naked woman came down, man, and I couldn't stop looking at her. God was tempting me. See, he said, now you're ignorant. He said, first of all, you would say, I don't tempt, man. He said, I don't tempt them. He said, that's why he went down. If you get to touch it, what you going to be tempted to do? So I told you don't even eat it, showing you I don't put you in situations like that. He said, now every Ish is tempted when he's what? Led away. Now took me by my own lust. And when that lust be conceived, it's going to bring forth. Guess what? I just birthed a tar. You ain't going to believe what happened. That baby going to kill you. Because you're going to die. That baby you just made is going to kill you. That's how we have to be so minded when it comes down to our kids, our wives, husbands, whatever it is you got, whatever you're doing things. We got to make sure everything is set and priority is first the word. That's what mandate, that's what dictate everything. That's what validate everything. So then you know where everything else place at. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. How many of y'all dad had a seat? It was his seat. When he comes, you don't still hold that seat? You give it up. Everybody know what they're supposed to be. They know that daddy's seat. They don't have daddy glass or mama glass. That's their glass. That's their cup. That's those. So everything have a certain place. Everything have a certain setting. That's the same way it got to be when it comes to the word. That's got to be the first thing. That got to be the foremost, first important thing you got to have. That word. That's one thing you don't go over, you don't go under, and you don't go around it. Y'all got it? It's got to be. Our goal is we got to achieve this. Ceased. If he'd have left that, cease. You stop, but you start back. When you put that D on the end of it, that's stop to not doing it again. That's standard English. That make a difference. You can cease and stop. Like me walking, cease. You said I ceased walking, that means start back. You ceased from sin, you don't pick it back up. Y'all got it? A lot of us have been guilty of that. We stop, then we start back. The goal is to stop, don't start back. That's two. Appreciate it.